8.8 on the Richter scale struck off Russia's far east coast, prompting tsunami warnings across the Pacific. The quake caused minor damage in eastern Russia, with no immediate reports of casualties. The United Kingdom announced it will recognize a Palestinian state in September if Israel does not agree to a ceasefire in Gaza. Prime Minister Keir Starmer cited the worsening humanitarian crisis as the reason for the decision.
Starmer made the statement following an emergency cabinet meeting in London focused on the Gaza situation.
Federal investigators have begun hearings into a plane crash in Washington, D.C., involving a collision between an Army helicopter and a regional jet.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host or guest and should not be interpreted as statement of fact. Independent fact-checking and corrections are encouraged.
We got a cup of coffee in here, please.
Kind of like Todd Rundgren just wants to bang on a drum.
Damn good coffee and hot.
I don't remember. Is it this?
My dog is your mind's best friend.
And then maybe this.
My dog is your mind's best friend.
Possibly a bubble butt.
Wake up, America. You've got a dog that needs walking. That's right, sunshine. Just put on a big pot of strong coffee and get ready to type your little hate mail with your opinions about kumbaya and flat earth insanity. Stand-up comedy? You want stand-up comedy? Well, we've got sit-down comedy. It's time for Coffee with a Dog. You make me laugh.
I don't look like me over there. I look like you. Oh, that's different. Because I was looking there instead of looking here. That's why. I just didn't look there. Don't look there. Good morning, folks. It is Thursday. Trash day here. It's trash day, in case you're wondering. Take your trash out. Thursday, July 31st. Last day of July. How about that? We made it to a month, kind of. 2025 is the year still, right? Yeah. We heard in the news there, that little thing about the tsunami. That was really at least 48 hours ago. I think more than that. And so it's a little late. Al, come on. Old news is old news, but tsunami warnings need to be like either now when it happens or not at all. You could assume 48 hours later, anybody who was going to drown has already drowned. One thing you don't know, probably don't know this. I don't know if you know this about the world. Russia's within hours of the earthquake / tsunami, Russia's tallest volcano erupted, and we should be getting some of that ash here in New York, somewhere around. I don't know. I'll ask Al to warn me about that. But if you needed any further convincing that the world is about to have an extinction event and really wipe us all out, look no further than that, and the fact that this object that is headed for us, due here for Thanksgiving, good timing. More scientists are getting on the board that this might be an intelligently driven. That means that Asian people are not driving it. I'm sorry. No, Asian people are highly intelligent. I'm doubling down on the racism here. Highly intelligent, but they're not good drivers. That was the joke there. I didn't mean to say they weren't intelligent. They're bad drivers. So intelligent drivers. But so this thing is coming here, and more scientists are getting on board with it. We could be getting ready to be attacked by an alien spacecraft. And it's the reason they say that it's coming through our solar system like it knows what it's doing. It's dodging certain rocks. Right now it's getting ready to go past Jupiter, but it's steering around that stuff and expected to go hide behind the sun in October when it's at its brightest, so that we might not detect it. But we've already detected it. Maybe they don't know that. Are they not listening to Mind Dog in the morning? Imus in the morning, Mind Dog in the morning. I forgot who I am. Coffee with the Dog. Are they not listening with Coffee with the Dog and finding out that we've already spotted them? So hiding behind the sun's not going to do any good. But in mid-October, they're supposed to hide behind the sun and then make their way to us in November to kill us. And I'm okay with it. Are you okay with it? That's the question I want to know. Question on everybody's mind. Are you okay with getting obliterated in an extinction event? Carl Mann says, foxtail butt plugs to heal me. Uma Wama Mama Mama Part 2. Yeah, I remember Uma Wama Mama Mama Mama. Today we do have a sex expert. I don't know. Stephanie Hunter Jones, PhD. It sounds like an impressive name right there, Stephanie Hunter. I'm hunting Stephanie's. Jones, PhD, is a nationally recognized XXX relationship expert. I don't know if you have any XXX relationships in your life. I would like to have it's probably too late. It's definitely too late for me. I'm not going to have but a XXX relationship. Sounds like something Ron Kane is probably already hip to, right? He's probably doing that right now. Is probably why he really didn't have a day job. He doesn't come here because he's involved in a XXX relationship, except on Fridays for some reason. But she's going to talk to us about cosplay. And I didn't really have a cosplay. I could grab my cowboy hat, but it's all the way up there. And then that means I have to get out of the chair to reach all the way up there and get my cat. And what kind of fucking cosplay is that? Just wearing a cowboy hat. Ian is expected here to bring me a synthesized breakfast at some point in the show. He's not going to, he won't ever show his face. But he sent me a DM on Twitter this morning about Amazon's new, they're investing in Showrunner, an AI-generated streaming service. I think it lets people create their own shows on Amazon Prime now. And he busted my balls saying it's just like synthesizers. I get if you missed yesterday's rant about AI music being just like synthesizers, that's what he's alluding to there. I still feel the same way. Like I would never. I can't imagine any of this content being any good. But you know what? Somebody might know what they're doing and do something that is worthy of watching or paying for. I don't know. How does it work on Amazon? You don't pay for the individual shows you watch. You pay for a monthly subscription, so it's going to be free to anybody who has. I'm imagining. I'm just talking here. The lips are moving. I don't know what I'm saying. Could be free. Could be part of like a membership thing. I don't think you're going to have to. I would never. But that doesn't mean I'm saying you should never pay for content created by AI, movie-wise, television show-wise, cartoon-wise, whatever the frig it happens to be. And in that sense, it is just like synthesizers. If people find that worthy of spending their money on, go for it. Knock yourself out. Spend your money. I don't care. I'd rather you spend your money on this show and like get some Dubby. You could get some Dubby. You know, Dubby? It's an energy drink that I still haven't really ordered my free tub of sponsor samples because I have to pay for shipping and I'm a cheap fuck. I think GD illuminated the fact that I'm a cheap fuck because I won't spend $15,000 on a microphone. But I'm a cheap fuck because I won't spend $50 on a free tub. Get that free tub, $50 for a free. That's $50 free. It seemed to be contradictory. $50 free. No. Free is $0. But anyway, so I'm too cheap to spend that $50 on. I wouldn't use it anyway. I don't like energy. I don't want to. But they respond. If you need, listen, this is coming up there, right? If you like energy drinks, I just don't. I prefer coffee. It doesn't give me the jitters because I'm too fucking dead to feel the jitters. But if you like energy drinks but don't like getting the jitters, you can go for Dubby and you can get Dubbied out of your mind. And if you're going to do that, you can use the promo code MINDDOG and get 10% off your Dubbiness. You Dubby bastard, you. Anyway, here's what it looks like. I could take the lid off for you again if you need. And just... and I don't know. I guess you could put it in your coffee, right? Or no, it will make coffee taste like shit. And we don't want coffee to taste like shit. Argon wants coffee to taste good. Why did I bring Argon into it? Because Brand X and Argon, I didn't get any sleep. That's what it's about. I never get any sleep. But it was a combination of prostate problems and stress and other stuff that I shouldn't talk about. Just to quickly before I run an ad so I can hide behind the cover and introduce JP Pendleton. The GOP's account on Twitter just announced America is back. Consumer spending is up. We just heard the report about the economy grew, but consumer spending is down. Personal savings are up. That's down. We have a credit crisis in America. People have like incredible credit card debt. Domestic auto production is up. No. We just heard from the Auto Workers Union how they hate the tariffs and production is down. Inflation is down. No. Inflation is up. It's about 2.7%. And the private sector is booming. No. You know what was booming? The Trump administration. He actually complained that he's not grifting enough. He's not filling his pockets enough. He said he wished he would have. He actually said this. I mean, any other president would have said this. They would have been impeached that day. Said he regrets not using the office to line it. Those aren't the exact words, but not making more money off of his first term. Yeah, that's what he said. I'm not kidding you. You can look it up. Go find out. Go fact check me, you fact checkers. So anyway, I'm gonna play a commercial for you, and then we'll say hello to JP Pendleton. Here you go. Click the link. She comes without a head, but at least she'll never shit the bed. You need a fake rubber squeeze. I think you did shit the bed. Well, maybe that was me. Get your 10% off. He goes to Tantalene. He goes to Tantalene. He goes to Tantalene. He goes to Tantalene. And I'm in the black screen. Good morning, folks. Oh, look at that hand. It looked like that hand was like the hand over your shoulder. Looks like you have a hand coming out of your shoulder there behind you. Good morning, GD. Yeah, now you have four hands, you four-handed fucking bastard, you.
Ganesh. I am the god Ganesh.
But it sounds like you're the god with a lisp.
Ganesh. Ganesh with a lisp, yes.
All right. You don't want to tell me good morning, and you have.
I am. I'm going to tell you good morning. I got caught doing something with my other hand. Good morning, America. MindDogTV.com. Are you looking to satisfy your partner in bed? For $500, I will sleep with your partner, and you can take notes. MindDogTV.com. Support your local merchants and enjoy the suffering.
You know, when I had the butt plug, what was it? Tiffany Yeltsin. She was a guest on, and that was what she did. She would actually come. When I say come, she would come to your house in your bedroom and sit there and watch you fuck your wife. And like give you coaching pointers, like, no, keep your shoulder in, keep that shoulder in, keep your eye on the ball, whatever. But that would just make things worse. I think. I mean,
you're wasting your energy. You can get better leverage and save energy.
You got the tongue action all wrong.
You move your fulcrum another 6 inches to the right, then you can use your hips for leverage.
But that would be totally distracting. Like, it's hard enough to please a woman. I don't know. I'm not for Willie, obviously. I don't know if you know this about Willie, but he made every woman on the planet have an orgasm just by looking at him. But it's hard. I mean, I've been down there for hours sometimes. Like, come on. My neck is getting stiff here. The tongue is falling off the neck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm the death down here because of my tongue. But having somebody telling you what to do would probably make it even worse. And I'm sure it would be distracting for the woman to hearing that. Who's that? Who's the bitch telling you? Why can't I'm supposed to tell you what to do. So anyway, that's what I think we'll have a little bit of that XXX relationship expert today. You didn't wear anything pretty for me. I thought you were going to wear something pretty for me.
Oh, wait a second. Well, if that's the case, if that's what you're waiting for, I gotta figure out how to do this. It's been a while since I've worn it. Okay, here we go. Oh boy! Oh boy!
Oh, it's our good friend Niggy Mouse.
Yeah, Niggy Mouse. Oh boy! You're gonna have some good times.
Oh my God. Hey Ian, where's my fucking breakfast sandwich, you bastard? I want you to synthesize it. Amazon Prime is investing in breakfast runner. It's a new AI. You prompt bacon and egg on a plain bagel with salt and pepper. Eggs
okay. How's this for cosplay?
All right. What is that? That is.
I'm fucking the whole country. I'm fucking everybody.
Wow. You know what? I think the hair is too.
I'm fucking everybody.
Yeah. I think the hair is a little too orange on that, man. AI will be serving you waffles and whipping your ass by next year. But whipping your ass, you know, my ass will be dead by next year, first of all. What the hell is that? That's Joe Biden or something? I can't see.
Yeah.
It's awfully white. That's whiter than Steven.
Oh,
that is.
Okay.
Yeah. But so Ian, I'm glad you're here because I was talking about your little showrunner thing that you said AI is doing, and of course I don't know what the fuck I'm talking. Oh, it's the loan. No, it's not the loan. You know the loan.
The lone nigger.
Yeah, but Uncle Walt was really proud of his Lone Ranger connection there. I noticed that Uncle Walt has not even corresponded with the show since you've been here. You've worked with him, right? But do you have like a bad blood with him or something? Or because he was on a couple of times, 3 or 4 times, and then you came along and he's like, "Nah, I'm not going there anymore."
I don't think we have bad blood. I've been on he had a show for a while. I was on his show.
He had a show? I was never on his show. Why wouldn't he have me on his show? I had him on my show 4 times. Now I'm hurt. Now I feel like the Neth. I don't know. I don't even know what the Neth is. Oh, it's anonymous. I love it. Come on, give it. You got it. Donald Trump is fucking Epstein's ass right now in hell. Or something. I like it. You can't do the voice, can you? You can't.
No, the only there's a movie called V is for Vendetta or V for Vendetta, something like that.
Yeah.
And the main character wears this mask, but he has a soliloquy in the beginning, and it's all V words. It's like 95% V words.
You
and
bet
it's
your
so
bitchin' bag of ball
it is
besting.
like it's like a minute, 2 minutes long, and it's phenomenal. I wish I had the. I don't know. I guess I could have. I guess if I thought to do that, I could have written something like that, and it would have taken me like weeks or months or something to do it. But it was wasn't just rambling. It's not like when you have a bunch of rappers and they start just making up words like for sizzle to dizzle, drizzle to just a rhyme shit. No, this was real Oxford English words, all starting with V, and the alliteration was phenomenal.
So what Big Beautiful Bill part of his thing? Did he say Big Beautiful Bill at any point?
No, V, like the letter V, like victory.
Oh, V.
Yeah, that's what was so impressive about it. V.
You vagina yeah, that's a tough one. I only know vagina victory.
Yeah, see, listen to you. After you get to vagina and vexing, you probably like, that's it.
Vain.
Very.
You're so vain, you vagina.
Yeah, see, this
vicious, vicious vagina. She's got a vicious vagina. That's a vicious vagina.
So Carl Mann is attempting it. He goes, what? Good morning, Beth. And I don't know where Beth is from, so I'm just going to say California because that's where Ann is from.
A humble vaudevillain, Verlon cast vicarious. Come on, it's moving too fast. Vicariously as both victim and villain.
Victim and violin.
Victim and villain by the vicissitudes. I don't even know that word. I'm gonna have to look that up. Of fate. This Carl's very good. He's Carl Thesaurus. Yeah. Anyway, Sydney Sweeney. Do you get? Nobody's really upset about this. There are people who are trying to say that people are upset about her commercial for American Eagle or whatever, but nobody's really upset about it. This is the weirdest controversy scandal I've ever seen in my life, where some people are saying, why are those idiots outraged about it? But we can't find the idiots who were supposedly out. Nobody is really outraged by it. Does it make any sense to you? I mean, it sounds like somebody saying, GD, why are you so outraged about Dinesh? And you say, I'm not. Well, you are. Of course you are. Everybody like you is protesting. Do you even know what the fuck I'm talking about? You know, do you?
No, I don't.
She's a white girl, obviously, Sydney Sweeney.
Okay, now this is if you want to hear it, it's about a minute and a half long. It's not the video, it's the audio only, but it has the words with it.
All right.
So give me a half a second.
It's a lyric video, you mean?
No.
Oh, it has the words with it, though.
You're right. I'll say it is a video, but it has the words with it.
Yeah, so it's a lyric video.
Right.
Just the lyrics.
Yeah, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm fucking excited. Viola!
A humble vaudevillian veteran, cast vicariously as both victim and villain by the vicissitudes of fate. This visage, no mere veneer of vanity, is a vestige of the vox populi, now vacant, vanished. However, this valorous visitation of a bygone vexation stands vivified, and has vowed to vanquish these venal and virulent vermin, vanguarding vice and vouchsafing the violently vicious and voracious violation of volition.
That's it.
The only verdict is vengeance, a vendetta, held as a votive not in vain, for the value and veracity of such shall one day vindicate the vigilant and the virtuous. Verily, this vichyssoise of verbiage veers most verbose, so let me simply add that it's my very good honor to meet you, and you may call me V.
All right, now, wise ass, do X. Come on. Sounds like that guy's got a little COPD or whatever. Or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Vingamy. It sounds like Carl knew exactly what you're talking about because I think that violin view, whatever.
Yeah, voila. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I love that. I've watched that movie quite a few times, but that scene is probably my favorite scene. You know, just because I appreciate the amount of work that went into writing that speech.
What movie is it from?
I think it's V is for Vendetta or V for Vendetta.
Oh. See, I should probably invest a little time in pop culture before I die. But I'm running out of time, and so are you. Because Thanksgiving, we're gone. We're going to get attacked by this alien ship, so, or whatever it is. I think more and more of these big brains, the big brain scientists are saying it's driving too much like it's dodging asteroids and comets and stuff and going through intelligently to be something natural. It's being steered by intelligence. You know.
Now, unless I'm mistaken, that thing that you're talking about has like less than 2% chance of hitting us.
But
right, as of right now, yeah, and that's the way it would have to hurt us, right? It had to hit us, you know.
No. It shoots its, or it could be a mothership and just let out the little. It could have guns. It could have like M16 rifles that when they get muddy, they don't fire. What do you mean no? How do you know?
Because we have Jewish space lasers that would take it out if it got that close.
Wow.
If it were a threat, the Jewish space lasers would take it out. Apparently, you don't know.
Listen, we got to ease up on the anti-Semitic stuff here. It's no fun.
No, that's very pro-Semitic. I'm saying they would protect us. That's pro-Semitic.
The Jews will save us.
Yes.
Because they control everything. But wait a minute, you can't
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I did. I got to stop saying that.
Yeah.
They don't really control anything or everything. They control the bagel shop down the block. And not the one in Rocky Point, by the way. That's a Chinese guy. But the bagel shop down the block, Bagel Lady, Sassy Bagels in Sharm, the Jews, not one Jewish lady, the Jews control it. But coming back to the Sydney Sweeney thing, blonde girl, blue eyes, she's in an American Eagle jeans commercial, and it says Sydney Sweeney has good genes. And some people are saying, "Oh, that's fucking, that's Nazism. That's good genes. She's trying to master race us all because she's got blonde hair and blue eyes, and she can't make a joke about the wordplay between jeans and jeans."
I didn't see it, and it doesn't even sound like it's worth it. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's worth as Carl would say, the controversy.
Yeah. The thing is, nobody is really upset about it, but people are complaining about the people who are upset about it, like being cancel culture. But nobody's asked her to be canceled. Oh, the fact that she hasn't apologized, or American Eagle hasn't apologized, or withdrew the ads, it just shows you that woke is dead. I'm like, nah, maybe it just shows you that nobody gives a shit. Really, that's what it comes down to.
Well, some people can, take a pun.
Right. And let's face it, she does have good genes. And she looks good in a pair of jeans, but she also has good genes. But saying that is not necessarily Aryan in any way. I mean, you could say that about anybody, no matter what their race is. If they're good looking or they are talented, physically talented, you could say they have good genes. I could say Barry Bonds had good genes. He also had steroids. But I mean, is that Aryan race to saying Barry Bonds had good genes? No.
Or you could say like Jimmy the Greek said. Jimmy the Greek basically said they had good genes. He said they were bred for being.
You bred your high hip black with your strong woman hip black woman, and you got a guy who now you got a guy who can jump and dunk.
That's all Jimmy the Greek was saying. He has good genes.
See, I don't. When you come back to that, genetic engineering and stuff. But Jimmy the Greek forgot to kind of do the math here. When slave owners were doing that, and I don't know if they were doing that, but they could not have foreseen the NBA at that point. So we don't need a guy to jump up and dunk a ball. What purpose would that serve on a plantation? You want guys who could bend down and pick the cotton. You don't want guys who could jump up and dunk a ball.
Yeah, but the conditions that they were asked to do that under were pretty horrendous. So you want somebody with stamina who can, be productive and strong, to do that kind of task. Because it wasn't just picking cotton was the only thing. Any task that needed to be done, they, like to kill a mockingbird, they were busting Shifero or whatever that is. It's so. Yeah, it wasn't. It's not like they were only slaves to pick cotton. There were other things they were asked to do.
Yeah.
Probably it's not like the white guys were out there plowing the fields and then and planting the seeds, and then the black people just went through and picked up the cotton when it was done. I'm pretty sure they did, the heavy lifting.
And the cotton gin must have been like, oh well, I guess they don't need.
Yeah, cotton gin is nice, but I think rice gin is better.
Yeah. Cotton vodka. Oh, this one energy drink, not Dubby, because Dubby is a powder drink, right? I saw in Long Island, they had a recall of some energy drink that turned out to be vodka, and they say all these cans got accidentally filled with vodka. I don't know if it was an accident. I mean, is the energy drink being manufactured in a Popov vodka plant or something, or Shmina? No, right?
Well, they have. Now, there are some places that have send out the liquid into other places that are like canning, distribution centers and canning centers. I mean, have you ever looked at some of the things that are made that we buy or drink? Sometimes it'll say bottled here, canned here, packaged here, which is not the same as being made there. It's like we made the chicken and then we shipped the chicken over there and they packaged it.
Yeah. But you don't accidentally squirt the vodka in the cans of energy. Somebody knew. I'm wondering who complained. I mean, it tastes funny, maybe because it tasted like this tastes like poison.
Only one or two people would have complained. It would have been the mother who put it in their kid's lunchbox, or the guy who was on his just got his 30-day chip. And he's really trying hard. He's really trying hard to get to 31 days. And he's like, oh, fuck, now I got to start it. Or the guy who's on just got his 10-year chip. And he's like, oh, fuck, now I got to start all over.
You bring out the devil in me because I am tempted now to go buy cases and cases of the stuff and just go stop by the churches tonight when they're having their little AA meetings and say, hey, here you go. I'm just leaving this energy drink here. Anybody who wants any. Don't fall off the wagon to get it. Wow. Yeah.
Those are the people that will be upset, I think.
Yeah.
Especially the further you're into your sobriety, because you can't take it back. You have to start all over.
Yeah, I know this because my brother has done it 4 or 5 times. My ex-brother, the guy.
Yeah.
He's done it many times. He's been a guy who was sober for 10 years, fell off, and then went on a bender, and then had to start from scratch over and over again. You know what? So he had 10 good years in between. That's what I say. But the phone calls I used to get at 2:00 in the morning where he was driving my mother's car, and he was in some really bad place in New York City, bad neighborhood in New York City, and got the car stolen. He was in a cheap motel with a hooker and got the car impounded or something. My mother's car, not his car. So I have to go in and bail him out and then bail the car out, all those kind of things. When you have a drunk in the family, it's a thankless job. 2:00 in the morning. I love you, man. I love you, but
I will see you're drunk in the family, and I will raise you being the only sober one in the family.
Well, that's pretty much my thing too. Because I have Italians and Irish, and both sides of my family, everybody was a drunk. This just kind of proves maybe I was adopted or found in a fucking trash dumpster or something, because I don't have the alcoholic gene. I've tried to become an alcoholic. It just doesn't. And you would think there's no way I don't have that alcoholic gene, knowing that my extended family on both sides, I come from long lines of alcoholics. How is it possible?
Well, maybe you have maybe it's not an alcoholic gene, maybe it's an addiction gene, and you just chose not to be addicted to alcohol. You're addicted to buying musical instruments, or you're addicted to calling people skank whore mothers or something. That's different
problem. I've been trying to give that up, but it's pulling me back in.
I mean, I look at my family. See, my family is a little bit more diverse than yours, where your seems like they prefer the alcohol. In my family, there was like one with alcohol, one with heroin, one with crack, one with cocaine. It was like trying to see what actually fit, what was going to be the Fenderson model, you know. And so we're just dabbling. Like, oh, wait a minute, she's done alcohol and heroin already. Well, I'm gonna try crack. Oh, wait a minute, they've done heroin and alcohol and crack. Well, I'll do cocaine. It's, you know.
I'm noticing a missing element here. No psychedelics. Nobody in your family ever like wanted to see things or have hallucinations, or DMT, LSD, psilocybin. None of that.
Not that I'm aware of. Now, and the other thing is these are all siblings. These are all my full-blooded siblings. My half-siblings, the one that my father had when he had a meandering penis, none of them developed any addictions that I know of.
I'm trying to think, though. I don't think, and listen, I'm a guy who has done more.
What? You're a guy?
I'm a guy who's done more LSD and psilocybin mushrooms than I think probably South America has done. But I can't remember ever tripping with one of my black friends. I'm just thinking, I don't think ever. And black dudes don't need to lose their mind for some reason.
I don't have an answer for that. I don't have the answer for that.
If you're a black dude out there listening right now, and if you've ever tripped, please drop a line in the chat room so we know that it happened once. Oh, well, Jimi Hendrix, right? Jimi Hendrix tripped. But
but that was the 60s. During the 60s, I think. Good morning, Ann. Good morning, Ann.
Don't touch the brown blotter. It's bad. The brown blotter is bad. See, the things were different then. Blotter acid, which, you didn't have to use the window pane, the pills, and all that stuff. Blotter acid, people would make it, and they just use an eyedropper and put it on a thing, and you never knew really what that meant, how much you were getting. But it was generally a 24-hour excursion through bizarro land. The acid people made that with blotter acid, my God, the hallucinations were insane on that stuff. And I wouldn't say I was addicted to it, because I don't think you can get physically addicted to it. But I sure played with it an awful lot for about four years, constantly. I mean, anytime I could get my hands on it.
Look, my former keyboard player, Doug, and we used to work at a store called Woodward Lothrop. Woodward and Lothrop, and then he dropped the N. Everybody locally called it Woody's. And he and I worked in the houseware department, and there was this young woman, I think her name was Janet Spelling. I think her name was Janet Spelling. She was tripping on acid at work. And so Doug and I decided we were going to fuck with her. Now, she came out to where the clocks were displayed, with this huge glass display with clocks in it. And while she was like distracted, Doug and I took all of the clocks out of the display, and then he and I crawled into the glass and pressed our faces and hands up against the glass. And we called her over and she comes up to the glass, and we're in the case like this, and she screams and runs into the back, and she screams loud, so loud the people in the store start running over. So Doug and I are putting the clocks back into the display, and we're closing it up, and
That's not nice. That's not a nice
I know. I got to call Doug now and talk to him about it. I think her name was Janet Spelling.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I've done a lot of crazy. I remember one of the first times. It wasn't the first time, but it was one of the very first times I was on LSD. New Year's Eve. Couldn't have been more than 12 years old, and my parents took me to an old people's party where they were watching Lawrence Welk and the Osmond brothers. It was New Year's Eve, and I remember very distinctly this old man talking to me, and I was watching him turn into a frog in front of my face, and I was like, I couldn't even laugh. I was just like, so he must have thought, wow, that kid is retarded. But that moment, that is burned in my brain, just watching that guy talk to me, and I'm watching his face turn green, and he's becoming, Froggy, hey, I'll get that creative cat.
Was that your Shane Gillis impersonation?
No, I don't know. It's my somebody correct on that reel. They said that's a mid-Atlantic accent. Shane, a mid-Atlantic accent. No, you're mid-Atlantic, right?
Right.
That's where, you would be a mid-Atlantic. That's not you don't talk like that. And the people,
no, because it's not a mid-Atlantic thing. Somebody's full of shit.
Yeah, I don't know where he got that. Like mid-Atlantic, it's like, no, I've been through DC, I've been through Maryland and Delaware and all those states. That they don't talk like that there.
I've been up and down the East Coast many times. No, they don't talk like that. They don't talk like that in Delaware. They don't talk like that in New York or Jersey or Maine or Connecticut or New Hampshire or Vermont or either the Carolinas, East or West Carolina, Georgia.
Somehow the East Coast,
Florida.
I've been up and down the East Coast from Maine to Florida, but for I don't know how I didn't touch Vermont or New Hampshire in my memory. I don't think I've ever been to those two states. Is that possible that I could drive from Maine to Florida without hitting those states? I think.
No, you're going to hit one or both, unless you really took the long way around.
Like if I went all the way up to New York, Plattsburgh in New York, right? I couldn't get to Maine somehow from there without hitting. I could swear.
Well, I guess you could. I could drive to New York. I could drive to New York without going through Pennsylvania. It's a lot of extra miles, but sure.
Yeah.
I could drive to New York without without going to Pennsylvania, Delaware. It's just a lot of extra miles.
Yeah. I don't know why. I wouldn't be on purpose, but I can't remember ever being in the state of Vermont or New Hampshire. And I was thinking I would like to move to Vermont.
Maybe you were in both and just couldn't tell them apart.
That's true. But Vermont sounds like a good place for me. Doesn't it sound like a good place for me? Old hippies. I mean, they're really. This is the image I have of Vermont is people my age or older. Hippies. Take a photo of GD when he was arrested. Wait, what?
That picture there.
Oh, he was about to get shot. He was saying, I'm unarmed.
And that's the point of view. Yeah, point of view from the cop.
Yeah. Good morning, Slaptail. So now I know you hate AI. You hate AI. You hate AI. You hate AI. This Amazon thing, I don't have any idea how it's going to work. I didn't even know it existed until about an hour ago when Evil Ian, the Antichrist, that I can't remember why he's the Antichrist, sent me this thing about Amazon is investing in Showrunner, an AI-generated streaming service. Lets people type prompts into and then ... And it's just like synthesizers. I can't imagine. Maybe, right? There got to be some creative people out there. But if you look at this stuff, it all looks like cartoons and stuff, not actual video. Why don't you try it? You should try. If it's free, you should try it. You should.
I tried because I have a treatment. I have a treatment for a movie that I had for years, and I was trying to decide if it was going to be a movie. I didn't know if it was. I wanted to be a movie, but I wanted to be claymation, or not claymation. I wanted to be in the style of Nightmare Before Christmas. That's how I wanted. That's how I imagined it being done. But But of course, I don't have the money or stuff to kind of do this. I said, okay, I'll start off with it as a comic book. And then maybe if the comic book catches on, that could be used to, to catapult the movie. And so I was working with an artist, and then the artist turned out to be totally unreliable. So I said, well, maybe I could get AI. Then after a while, AI comes around. I said, maybe I can get AI to do it for me. It was so fucking inadequate, so fucking stupid. It was like, I'd be better off doing it myself, which means it wouldn't get done. Because with AI, it wasn't getting done either. It was getting done. It was just so inconsistent. The quality, it was just fucking stupid. Yeah. They would have like, this one character, they would have like 19 different versions of one character. It's like, no, this is what the character looks like. I described the character, and then they have like 19 different interpretations of what, a soft, putty nose look is, whatever it is. Well,
Ian says South Park just got $30 million per episode. $30 million per episode? Holy fuck! But you can make an AI-generated South Park episode for free. I did. No, you can't. Well, I don't know if you can't make it. That's copyright. You can't just do like use their characters and stuff, right? And voices. I don't know. I don't think that's.
Well, he didn't say you wouldn't get sued, but you can do it for free.
Oh yeah. But
he didn't say there wouldn't be consequences.
Yeah,
but you can for free.
I don't know. I would love to find out because the screen. He sent the screenshot, and I'm stupid enough to think, because right on it says make a scene, and I clicked on it, and they're not going anywhere because it's a fucking screenshot. I would love to try one here live and see if we could do one and see what it comes out like. But as we saw yesterday, just trying to do AI music in front of people on this live wasn't working out. But I would definitely want one.
I tell you what I can do. I can send you a script from a 4-minute sketch with it's a parody of Dudley Do Right, and then you can punch it in and see if they come out with what they come with.
Do whatever. Let's do something. Go ahead, go for it.
All right. Well, you may have to do a little song and dance while I look for a script, because. And then how do you want me to send you the script? Do you want me to send it to you, email or carrier pigeon?
I think, email. Speaking of, your little your friend there who I say your friend. Somebody from Facebook or wherever you know him from, who booked for next week. He booked on the evening program Wednesday night.
Oh, I won't see him then.
Why did he do that? The evening program is for boring. No, maybe he's got a book that he says is going to change people's lives. So maybe that's the right place for the book. I don't know, but I don't even want to do the evening program anymore. I just left it Wednesday nights in case somebody couldn't get up early enough. But jeez, that's all I'm saying is jeez. I put in this thing, but it won't let me go. I can't find the actual app on Amazon. All the stories about it, investing in it, but maybe it's not live yet. Maybe that's the problem. It's not live yet. Showrunner launches AI startup showrunner. No, the Netflix of AI. San Francisco AI startup showrunner lets fans create TV shows in minutes. Yes, and how do I get there? How do I do it? Where do I start, you mother? I'm not supposed to lose my temper. Maybe I need some kind of decaffeinated coffee, or somebody. I got this thing where you could sign up for medical studies, right? And they say they'll give you $5,000 and free meds. And one of the things was a depression study. I was like, I don't know if I want to even get involved in the antidepressant stuff. I'm already fucking wacky enough. Antidepressants could turn me into Roseanne Barr or something. So I don't care about that. No, you couldn't pay me enough to be a guinea pig for that shit. But whatever I'm looking for to get me less angry, because I just got angry there for no reason. Paradigm South Park, that $300 million per year deal 10 episodes per year. That's fucking wild. Wow, that is money that for doing cartoons that are stick drawings, right? And they're not even doing that. That's done now by like AI. Or no, am I lying? Am I lying about that?
You beat the hell out of me. And you
could. Good morning, Bear. He's been cosplaying as a bear. Too late for the conversation. No, you're too early for the conversation. That will be at 10:15. The cosplay lady.
Now, I just emailed it to you. It's one of the Gmail accounts. I'm not sure if it's Bappo or Napo.
Bappo. It's Matt Bappo because I can't fucking spell my own name. That is the most embarrassing thing.
But the subject says Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Rocky and Bullwinkle. I see it.
Yeah, I found that before I found the Dudley Do Right thing. But it's the same. It's the same type. It's a parody on Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Now, Natasha's last name did she really have? Is that her real name, or Fatale or Natasha?
Yeah, that was her. Yeah, that was her real last name.
I didn't even know she. Boris Badenoff, I knew about, but Natasha Fatale, I didn't even. It sounds a lot like Melania. Could be a squirrel, whatever.
Moose and squirrel.
Stay angry. As I told my psychologist when she asked me, "Don't you want to be happy?" I say, "My anger makes me happy." I can relate to that, but listen, the world is coming. I don't know if you know this, but the world's coming to an end by Thanksgiving with this alien ship that DJ says can't shoot us because why? They don't. Why can't
we have space lasers?
Oh, Jewish space lasers. That's right.
And Space Force. We have Space Force.
Well, who's in Space Force? Willie? I mean, Willie and Steven are Space Force. That's
well, I sent you that picture of the 5 people. One's dressed like a canary, one's dressed like a cardinal, one's dressed like an owl, one's dressed like an eagle or a hawk.
Was that a picture or that was a drawing? It's not.
Oh, I don't do drawings. I'm like Donald. I don't do drawings.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, one space laser is not. Just think 7 miles wide. This mothership that's coming to get us. One space laser is not going to do the trick. And who's really manning the space laser? If it's somebody like Thomas Crook, that's just going to nip an ear off. What is this? What if aliens came and they had some really funny beliefs, like they are the ones that started worshiping cows in India or something?
Or maybe they worship the flying spaghetti monster.
I told you about the flying cows here in Shoreham, right?
The ones that run the Tesla estate?
Yeah. I should find that because it's not like I've invested a whole lot of energy into this, but I have asked some people, local people, old guys who are 90 years old, did you know about this floating cow story? Nobody seems to know what the fuck, and they think I'm the fucking crazy one, but it is.
Well, just pretend you're 90 years old, and some guy looking like you, sounding like you, walks up to you and say, do you remember the flying cows? What do you know about the flying cows? And then the old guy would say, like, get the hell off my lawn.
No, but you're absolutely right. If there never were flying cows, I would think this guy's out of his fucking mind. But if I was a kid and I saw flying cows, I'd be like, damn, about time somebody fucking wanted to talk about the flying cows. Where have you been all my life?
Or he's like, I remember the last time I brought up the flying cows, my mother sent me to bed without dessert for a month. I'm not talking to you, damn it.
Yeah. Dessert. I don't think I've ever had dessert.
Really?
Well, Pop-Up used to ask for dessert all the time, and I was like, what the fuck is this dessert? You just eat snacks. That's what you finish your dinner and later, and then you're off. I don't know. You're watching TV, you get a snack. No, dessert was never like a formal thing. Like, oh, what are we having for dessert? Like, dessert? This is such an antiquated fucking concept. Dessert. Oh, you sit around the table, you have dinner. Oh, now we're gonna serve dessert. No, everybody.
Yeah, we had now. Usually, I mean, once. I'm trying to think. I think the most popular dessert in our house was Jell-O with Cool Whip.
So this is cosplay, Cosby play.
No, that's that and ice cream. Oh yeah, ice cream. Lots of we had this thing, at least in the Baltimore area, it was called Holican blocks. Now, I don't know where anybody else in the world called it, but it was it was squares of ice cream, well, not squares, but blocks of ice cream that came individually wrapped. And sometimes they were either all vanilla or all chocolate, or they came with 3 flavors: vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate in stripes, but they're in little blocks. We called them Holican blocks when we were growing up. And I did Google it once, and it is a Googleable term, and you can find it just like that. But I didn't find anybody else who knew what I was talking about outside of my own family. And I had to go deep into my family. The last family reunion, not union, but when we went to my aunt's birthday, I brought it up, and everybody goes like, "Yeah, I remember, yeah, the Holican blocks." And you could buy the store across the street from us. They sold when other people had like regular ice cream sandwiches you could buy, they had the Holican blocks, and you had your choice of cookies to make the sandwich. You could get the like sugar cones, no, what wafers, like waffles, but it was like a cone, but it looked like a waffle to make your sandwich, your ice cream sandwich. It was very, 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 very versatile, but not many people remember that. So
it sounds like Baltimore or wherever these
Holican blocks, yeah,
Holican.
Well, Neapolitan. I think some of them called them Neapolitan blocks as well.
Neapolitan, yeah, that's what that chocolate and strawberry and vanilla is. That makes sense. But it sounds like Baltimore is actually a alien planet or something. Yeah, Holican block. What the fuck? What is wrong with blue collar crab? Fucking insane people. Murder capital of the world. No, it's according. There's a lot of killings there, right? You kill people. That's the sport there, the pastime, killing people. I found showrunner XYZ. Showrunner.xyz. I didn't even know XYZ was a
letters,
a domain type of thing. Prefix stuff, whatever. But they make you join the Discord, and in order to make so it is going to cost you something. You have to buy orbs, or you can earn orbs, or I don't know, like claim 150 Discord orbs, start a video quest. I don't want to. I'm not a kid. I can't figure this stuff out. Do it for old people. Give me the geezer version of this stuff.
Here is the geezer version. The geezer version is they give you paper, a pad, and little colored markers. This is the geezer version right here.
I'll take it because it seems I don't want to have to go fucking through quests. What is this quest nonsense? Are you ready to make people laugh out loud with AI? Yes. Next. You know what? I should share the screen what I'm doing. That gives me read to agree to all the rules. Respect each other. I'm out.
Well, there you go.
I'm out.
You can't join.
Be kind to fellow members of the Fable team. I'm out. Harassment, hate, or abuse, or any kind of stuff. I'm done. Do not upload photos or share videos with other friends, family, or strangers without their consent. Okay.
Well, that's not a problem. Yeah.
Keep it clean.
They finally got one that you could do. What's that? Step 5? The first 4 steps.
No, that's all the very first rule. All that stuff that I just read was rule 1.
Oh.
Rule 2 is keep it clean. I'm out. No, not safe for work content. I'm out. Or graphic violence. I'm out. Absolutely no adult content. I'm out. Involving minors. I'm okay with that.
Okay, so you could do like 2 things, and so one of them is the no minors thing. The other one is the sharing without consent, but that was all part of rule 1.
Do not, and this is still part of 2 here. It says, do not create content that targets, disrespects cultural, religious, ethnic groups, genders, or races.
You're out.
Do they even know who I am?
Did they send you that invitation, or is that something you sought out yourself? Because it doesn't sound like they know their demographic.
I actually got this from the showrunner XYZ thing. It says sign up. I signed up, and then they send me an email that sends me to this place. So they don't.
That would be like if they sent me an invite, and rule 1 would be don't talk about your mother or your wife.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm out.
Yeah. Rule number 3: hates. Why everything is highlighted like except 3. 3 is kind of like it's like a fine print and hidden. Hate speech, discrimination are not allowed. That includes, but not limited to, racism, sexism, homophobia, content promoting illegal or harmful behavior. Again, political or famous people do not create any. Oh, come on, man! So basically, they're saying don't have fun.
Right. Okay. Then you have to find something different, something that you can do, Matt, because obviously they don't want your business.
Definitely.
They don't want your free business.
Right. I can't agree to these terms. I can't agree to your shitty terms.
It sounds like the same people who sent you the W contracts did that. Like, it's free, but we only need $50 for shipping and handling, even though it only costs $3 to ship it and $2 to handle it.
I don't want to badmouth W, but that seems like I don't know, a scam. Like you're getting people to be sponsors for your thing, but then you want to make money off the people who are promoting your product. That's not right. Now I got how can I, in good faith, even if I got the fucking free tub for nothing, how could I promote them knowing that I've already called them a scammer at least 10 times on this program?
Yeah, but the usefulness of the product is one thing. Whether or not they're scammers or something else.
That's true. It could be a good product.
Yeah, it could be a good product. I mean, you can have a good product and still be a scammer. You know, like that. You know, that drug dealer ripped me off, but that Coke was good. That was the best Coke I ever had. But he ripped me off.
Good point. And listen, just because they're scamming their sponsors doesn't mean they would scam consumers.
Legitimate customers, right?
Right. So
you know, it could be like I was Christmas shopping with my friend's wife. Well, he was there also, but he wasn't there. He wasn't like with us. She and I were looking at jewelry. She was looking for jewelry for herself, and I was looking for jewelry for my wife. And so it was one of those little stands in the mall, like a kiosk. It was like a wagon or something. You could walk all the way around the 360, and then they have like a register at one end. And so the sign said, there was no prices on the jewelry. And my friend Stephanie asked them, how much is the jewelry? And they said, well, the earrings are $10 a pair or something like that. I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna say to make the math easy. I say $10 a pair. And she said, really, $10 a pair? And they go, yeah. And she goes, they said, I tell you what, if you buy 2 pair, we'll charge you $15. She says, okay. And then I was on the other side, and I heard all this, and I said, how much for the earrings? And they said to me, 2 pair for $25. Oh. The $5 discount that they gave to my friend Stephanie, they tacked it onto mine. So that, and again, there were no prices marked on anything. And I went over to Stephanie and said, did you hear what they just told you? She said, yeah. And they weren't, because we were on opposite sides of the things. They didn't realize we were actually shopping together.
The moral of the story here, people, if you're listening, is people are fucked up. People are just fucked up. Everybody, they're all fucked up. Now, how good is your memory? Let's test
it depends on what you're asking me to remember.
I'm asking you to remember some of those rules I just read.
Okay.
Do you remember the one about the no political stuff?
Yeah. That was that part of 3? Was that subset 3?
Yeah. So I just clicked on create your first scene, and this is the example it gives me. Show tutorial prompt: Donald and Elon Musk talking about getting showrunner access. You just said no political characters, none of these people. And the one they give you is Musk, Trump, and Musk. It doesn't seem like they already understand their own rules. Maybe they should go back and read the rules they wrote. I don't know where to go from here. So it says,
well, maybe they have consent.
I don't know. Do I play this and actually see?
Elon, I have an executive order here on my desk that says provide new showrunner users with a brief overview of how to generate a scene. What does that mean?
Well, Mr. President, right now we're in a demo scene, and there's a person watching us right now.
Sounds like fake news.
No, Mr. President, they're here to learn how to create their own scenes.
Voices are pretty good.
Fine, but only because I'm the best at learning. Everyone says so. Anyway, how do users make scenes?
Right, when creating a scene, users simply select characters, sets, actions, and then just type a prompt about their scene.
Okay, so I can type anything and make it happen? Like Donald Trump rides a bald eagle into space and punches a Martian in the face?
No, not quite. Showrunner provides the building blocks, characters, sets, and actions, but the user prompts the idea for the discussion or dialogue.
Oh, I get it now.
It's important to note
how to make a scene in 60 seconds. I just watched this
To create your first scene, select any animation style here, and then go into the Create One channel. Type /scene and select the Generate Scene Video option. You just need to complete 5 simple inputs. We have a large library of characters, and these are just a few of them. Plus,
why do you
can
have
create your own characters
in there? If we can't
select an action you want your 2 characters to perform. Select a set or background.
No, see, I already don't like it.
Library of sets. Yeah. Plus, you can create your own set. The last step is to enter a sentence or two of how the 2 characters are interacting based on your previous inputs.
That's not much different than
Just enter and wait about 2 to 5 minutes for your scene to generate in the Create One channel you are in. In the meantime, you can browse other videos that were created.
There was this thing, I think it's called Voomly or Toonly. Voomly? And anyway, it's like one of those animated things. And I downloaded a free version, or maybe I bought a subscription for a month. And what it was, because most of the music, all of the music that I recorded back in the day is on CD, but I don't have any videos about my band playing any music. We shot one video that was going to be a music video. Well, we shot the footage for 3 songs that was supposed to be a music video, but we never finished editing it. And so, and all the equipment I had belonged to the local television station. So when I left there, I couldn't take the cameras and stuff. It was, in other words, I have no videos of my band playing. So I wanted to take these songs, I wanted to animate it using cartoon characters, and it was so fucking sucky. First of all, didn't have anybody that played bass, didn't have anybody that played keyboard or drums. They had or guitar. I think they had somebody who played tambourine. It's like no, and it was just stupid. It was the worst. I was so unhappy with it. Like I said, I don't like AI as a tool, at least for what I want to do, because they don't do what I want to do yet.
But that doesn't even seem like AI, because honestly, in 1991, when I was doing the Mind Dog TV show, I had a software that was called Cartoon Maker, and they had stock characters that you could make them in and say things and do things. That's the same thing. If you got to go through all that and just only pick from stock characters that's not generating anything, that's not AI. That's just a fucking program.
I did try AI for something else I was doing for Politipod. Matter of fact, it was the song was called remember Eric Clapton's song Layla? It doesn't ring a bell. It wasn't very popular. I did a parody of it called Lay Low, and it was about gun violence. Yeah. About shooting. And so it's called Lay Low. And I put the lyrics in, and I wanted them to do to create the imagery for me.
Yeah. And
it was very sucky, but I managed to tweak it enough so that I could use it because I was on a time constraint. But it sucked. Yeah,
that looks like it sucks, showrunner. So I can't imagine like anybody pay again. It seems like I gotta earn credits or buy credits to be able to watch this stuff. I can't imagine anybody really. Maybe I'm just too stupid and too old, and it's not for me. Maybe it's just for young people. But I can't imagine anybody like really investing their hard-earned money to watch.
Well, see, now you sound like a cheap fuck. First, you wouldn't buy a $15,000 mic, and now you don't want to invest the money into a small business.
Maybe you don't remember the old adage: if it walks like a cheap fuck, if it looks like a cheap fuck, if it sounds like a cheap fuck, it's a cheap fuck.
Good thing I didn't step in it. I remember it now.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not impressed with the showrunner, but I mean, would you spend the fucking?
No. And I'm not even a cheap fuck. I will spend a little bit of money on something to try it if I believe it has potential to help me.
How expensive of a fuck are you?
I don't have an answer to that. I don't know.
You have no set prices. You're like one of these fucking guys that the price changes depending on who the customer is. I think you should be in the jewelry business.
Oh no, I didn't buy that stuff. We gave the jewelry. As a matter of fact, I approached them and I said, "You think I'm stupid? That's my friend over there. You gave him $5 off and charged me $5 more." You know,
so you broke even. Yeah, but when I went to get when we were going to get our wedding rings, my wife and I, we went to this place, and the guy behind the counter was flamboyantly gay and attracted to me, and he wanted to sell me a cock ring. My wife was encouraging him because I just like turning red and embarrassed and all this stuff, and my wife like really enjoys watching me get all fucking embarrassed like that, and she was just encouraging him. It's like, I'm not fucking trying on a cock ring here in the middle of the store. I don't ever I can't imagine a woman getting pleasure out of a guy wearing a cock ring. I mean, that would just hurt, I would think. It doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe we'll find out about it when.
It depends on what the structure of it is. Because if it's square, if it's round in the middle but square on the edges, I can see it causing pain. But if it's round all around,
I think it was like, and I don't really remember. I think, but it was like very thick, like about yay big.
Okay.
And for the people on the radio, I'm going yay, as if you know what that means. But thicker than like hoop earrings, like thick. And like, wait a minute, does this go through my foreskin or something? I'm not fucking piercing my foreskin with a cock ring. That's painful enough to think about. I don't know if you know this, but I'm the guy who had his dick drilled, and I'm not going to get a fucking cock ring. No way. I don't know why. Because you made me think of that because you went shopping for jewelry with your friend Stephanie.
But no words I said anything about sexuality or sex or cock rings or anything. I said earrings. I was very specific
shopping for jewelry was enough because that's the last time I went shopping for jewelry was a week before we got married, or maybe a month before we got married.
Wow, that's been a while.
Been a while.
Damn.
Jewelry stuff. I'm not a big jewelry guy. I don't get the.
But it's not like you have to be the jewelry guy. You're not buying it for yourself. I think okay, guys, if you're young and you're about to get married, I'm going to suggest that if your wife likes like bracelets, get a charm bracelet. If she likes bracelets, get a charm bracelet. And then when an anniversary or a special occasion comes and you don't know what to get her, you can get a charm to go on that bracelet. Okay. Now, not everybody wears charm bracelets. You have to know who your spouse is, or you have to get to the point where, I think, at some point you forget you have a charm bracelet and you stop buying charms.
My wife's not big on jewelry. You know what my wife's big on? I don't know if she's big on
feeding animals.
Animals. Yesterday, after the show, I went out and I looked, and all those voices I was hearing were
her.
No, there's somebody delivering packages for her. But I look out in the driveway, and there's a stack of boxes out in the driveway. I'm like, what the hell did she get now? Decorative bricks, and I'm like, oh my god! As all, you only because you can't just leave them out in the driveway like that. The people are going to steal them. And now I'm trying to get in touch with her. What do you want me to do with this stuff? Because we got piles and piles of boxes full of decorative bricks. What do you want me? Oh, could you put them in the side yard where she's building this fucking museum piece, whatever she's doing? Well, each box weighs like 250 pounds. It was like an all-day old man have a heart attack, and I think this was the plan. Get me to do this, so I drop dead in the yard. So she's like, "There's no fucking investigation here." She collects insurance money, and that's it. So she's just buying stuff that she knows is going to give me a fucking heart attack. That's what I think.
She ordered the bricks for the next protest. That was Bear Love's comment.
No, no, not that kind of bricks. It's and like, what are they doing with those bricks at the protest? Are they throwing at people?
I don't. I say I really must have missed something because I don't know what the brick thing is.
Well, whenever there are protests, it seems like there are not whatever, but recently a lot of the left-wing protests, they've been showing up, and there have been pallets of bricks on the side of the road just left there, like somebody bought those bricks and had them delivered there. And kind of like a suggest. Oh, by the way, we left a loaded gun here in case.
Maybe somebody was encouraged. Somebody like on the right, or somebody really radical is trying to incite violence. So they're like, we all we did was leave the bricks. We didn't make them throw them.
Andy Ngo. That guy.
So I wouldn't be surprised if like a contractor somebody with the government contract left the bricks there so that they could throw the bricks so that Trump could initiate martial law. And by martial law, I mean Marshall Dillon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's what Marjorie Greene thinks martial law means.
Yeah, that's why I picked that. I'm glad you got the reference.
Yeah, that's so fucking weird. I mean, we have idiots in Congress. That's not.
But now I've seen right wingers text about marital law, thinking that they're typing martial law. So I've seen Marshall like Marshall Dillon, and I've seen marital, but. Yeah.
I'm just noticing here that Bullwinkle Moose is G.D. Fenderson. I never knew that.
What now?
Huh?
What?
Bullwinkle Moose is G.D. Fenderson. That's what it says in my script.
Oh, I did the voice for Bullwinkle Moose. Yeah.
Can you give me a little? Give me a little rock. Watch me.
Let me see it. Hey, Rocky, what you pulling rabbit out of my hat?
That trick again.
I'm lifting up my sleeve. Presto! Wow!
Now like for something you really enjoy.
Yeah. Looks like I get me another hat.
Yeah. I don't think we have any flying squirrels around here. I'm pretty sure we do have moose somewhere in the neighborhood, but not here.
Wait, let me.
Maine has moose, right? Or does Maine?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me try it this way. Here we go. Hey, Rocky, what did you pull a rabbit out of my hat? Again?
Not that trick again. That's how we used to start the radio, Mind Dog, the Magnificent Radio Show. There would always be a Rocky and Bullwinkle. When he pulled me out of his hat. Here's something we hope you really enjoy. Anyway, just come back to Bear there. My wife didn't order bricks. She ordered decorative stone. It's different than bricks, right? Decorative stone. But they kind of look like bricks. They're heavy as fucking bricks.
Now, I had garden trim bricks. They were fake. They were made of plastic, but they were designed. They were supposed to look like bricks, but they were all gray, like the little army men. It's all same shade of gray. So that does not look like bricks. Okay, so I brought texture spray paint, and I sprayed them and made them look like real bricks and put them around the trees and stuff. That was. And I like that a lot. Oh, if it wasn't so fucking expensive, I'd do it here. I don't think I'd do it again.
Stephanie Jones, Dr. Stephanie Jones isn't here. She was due here 3 minutes ago. I'm looking for an email to see if she's lost in cyberspace somewhere. No, that's not her. That's somebody else who needs directions here, and they're not even booked here. What the hell's going on there? Let me go check my Gmail and see if she's written there. There's no excuse for this. Now we're going to have to be... I promised people sex talk, dirty, filthy, dress up like a 6-foot penis, whatever, cosplay thing.
Yeah.
I'm
unfortunately, I wrote, when I sent out the promos this morning. I wrote our scheduled guest today. I always write our scheduled guest because I've gotten so used to people not being here when they say that. But I also wrote. I forgot now. We're talking. Actually, but that's still true. It says we're talking cosplay and sex or something like that.
We're
still talking that, but not with the same. Not like we have PhDs in it.
You think maybe she heard what I said the other day? You think maybe? Remember when I talked?
You said she looked like a clown?
Yes, that's what I said, isn't it? What I said. Can I even show her picture again now? Well, it was behind us. It's this thing. Let me pull you out for a second here. Oh, and pull me out for a second. So that's her. I mean, she does look clownish in that. I mean, that doesn't look sexy, does it? Does that look sexy at all? If that's supposed to improve your sex life, not me. I would just be like, what the fuck is that? I didn't sign up for the circus, did I? I didn't buy tickets to the circus. That was.
But then again, you don't. Again, cosplay. You're appealing to other people's fantasy.
That's not my fantasy. I don't.
I said other people's, not yours. Yeah. Other people's.
Yeah, well, she's coming to my room. She should be worried about what my fantasy. And I don't even know what is my fantasy. Can we decide? Let's give me a fantasy. Somebody make me a fantasy. Come up with a fantasy for me, because I don't have any of my own. I'm not creative enough.
Oh, okay. What's her name? That Sweeney, Sydney Sweeney. Wearing jeans.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna switch from Ana de Armas to Sydney Sweeney, because Ana de Armas, I've heard, is now sucking Scientology cock, and that's a line in the sand for me. I can't. She was my fantasy girl, but she can't be anymore because she's. And Tom Cruise, I get the allure of being with a movie star, rich guy, intense, all that stuff, but he's a midget, and he's probably got a midget dick, right?
Oh yeah, I guess. I don't know.
You know, don't give me this. You don't know. Is that cosplay? No, that's Catwoman, right?
Supposed to be Wakanda Forever.
I thought it was like Julie Newmar. No, Julie Newmar in a day.
No, that's over here. Wait a minute. That is? Let me see.
We are awaiting GD finding new cosplay toys.
Here we go.
Can you talk with her a weird accent? That wasn't like a German accent. What was her accent? It was kind of Catwomanish.
Well, it depends on which one. Julie Newmar, I don't know what her. I guess hers is just like sexy. I guess because
you were hung up on her as a kid.
Nah, I wasn't hung up on her as a kid. I just liked her. I liked her as a singer person, but it was like a little different because she sang when she sang a lot of the songs she sang in French.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
But you know what? I had a friend, much like you, in your ink spot little thing. He would constantly talk about how Eartha Kitt was doing one of her songs, and I was like, "Who the fuck is Eartha Kitt?" Like the ink spots. Who the fuck are the ink spots?
And I have this wig here.
You do have that wig?
Yeah, this wig here.
So yeah, I see that wig there. It's got a little bit of a reflection on it. But what do you do with that wig? I like the slit. Now, what is that slit thing? The what is that? The experiment there where you could be in two places at once or something like that. The physics thing with the slit.
Oh yeah, light can be a particle and a wave at the same time.
Yeah.
Or the slit experiment is particles change once they change form. Right, I think it was like this: is they change when they realize they're being observed. It's like, first of all, they don't realize they're being observed.
Maybe they do. I don't know. Have you ever looked into the mind of a particle? The mind of a particle.
Well, no.
So basically, I got all worked up for this cosplay talk, and then stood up. See, you were ready. You were prepared for today. What is this? Entanglement is when things are created at the same time. No, entanglement is when things are connected. Oh yeah, separated by not millions of miles, by great distance. It doesn't. Could be thousands of miles. Could be a mile. Spooky action at a distance, or whatever Einstein called it. Spooky something at a distance. But yeah, and I don't know. I don't think that has anything to do with the slit experiment, though, does it?
No.
No. But
here we go. I got the good
more
stuff.
costumes.
Yeah.
You keep digging the costumes. I'm going to check my my info at minddogtv.com email and see if this is highly unprofessional. You can't just book cosplay. You could book other stuff, comedy, and not show up. You think about a book or you're trying to sell. That's one thing, but to promise a sex talk and not show up, it's just unforgivable.
How you like this one, Matt? How you like this one?
That's weird. That's kind of like a kabuki thing, right?
Almost. I have a kabuki one also, but I disfigured it because it got disfigured because I wanted the mouth to move, and so I can't find the bottom. I can't find the mouth, so it's only like the upper lip.
See, now I usually can't find the vag, but the mouth is pretty easy to find. I'm sorry, that's bad. It's just unacceptable. And we're stuck here talking cosplay like a couple of homos. Oh, what the fuck is that? You know what? I bet you she would say that's sexy. I don't know. He's a man of many masks, which is troubling on a lot of levels, isn't it? So tomorrow, scheduled for tomorrow, in case you want to know who's going to stand us up tomorrow and not show up, Debbie Dobbins. Now, Debbie has 2 different publicists, and they've sent me a bunch of stuff on her.
One of them the conservative.
No, but because before I got the stuff that the publicist sent, I went to look up Debbie Dobbins, and it said Debbie Dobbins died at 30 years old. She was a fitness expert from the 90s. Apparently, this is not that Debbie Dobbins. Unless she's coming through us, she doesn't even really need a streamline.
Making a comeback. She's making a comeback.
Right. But so what she's going to talk about is your inner billionaire. No, don't you want to get in touch with your inner billionaire? Because my inner billionaire has been a cheap fuck, not sharing. He won't even spring for a $15,000 microphone. I mean, what kind of inner billionaire do I have? So that's who will be if you're just tuning in. That's who will be standing us up tomorrow. Mind Dog TV.
Well, I was wrong. I don't have a kabuki mask. It's a Bride of Frankenstein mask, and people just thought it was a kabuki mask, and I just stopped correcting them.
The Bride of Frankenstein with that weird, like, white woman afro.
Yeah.
That's weird. Oh yeah.
But the mouth is separated because I wanted to articulate it.
Now Mel Brooks in Young Frankenstein, Valerie, what was her name?
Young Frankenstein? Terry Garr was in Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, but the woman who she was also in Blazing Saddles.
Madeline Kahn.
Madeline Kahn. She did when Frankenstein fucked her. She got hair and stuff. Bride of Frankenstein. Yeah. Madeline Kahn's still alive. Let's get her on the program. Madeline, she's probably 100 too, right? Probably. I don't know. So this is what you tuned in for. You see this, people? She's not only disrespecting me, she's disrespecting you, kind people of the chat room. And when I say kind, I mean pervert, degenerate.
Now, this is stupid. This is supposed to be part of like an Elvis costume.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it's like, really?
You know that gig I do? Ooh, what happened there, Jordan? that gig I do at the senior center at for Town of Babylon. Maybe I shouldn't say this because now if Nancy here says, "Oh, you're bad mouthing," I'm not bad mouthing, but I just don't understand. For the same money I get, they have an Elvis impersonator come in there. That's a lot of work. This Elvis impersonation thing. You bring in like multiple changes of fucking costume. Just one costume is a lot of work. Yeah. I can't imagine doing that for less than $10,000. I'm not gonna be fucking bringing all these costume and set changes and all this stuff. And at what point does that just get to be like, fucking, come on, this is like this? You might as well be in the 1800s here. Give me a fucking bird in a gilded cage fucking saloon act. I mean, Elvis impersonators. When does that become? Stop doing that. That's fucking 60-year-old act that has been overplayed by everybody, but people are still doing it, and people still find that entertaining. I mean, maybe it was entertaining for a month or so back in 1970 when I first saw my Elvis impersonator or whatever it was. But
I never got the Elvis impersonator thing, and not only that, they're all over the fucking place, and they're like cultural Elvises. Like you have like a Japanese Elvis impersonator. You go like to the Philippines, they be like, you can't hit a dead Philippine without, or you can't hit a Philippine without a dead. You know what I'm trying to say? They're all over the place in the Philippines.
They're still all over the place.
Yeah, it's still they're just black Elvises, and my understanding is that Elvis wasn't really keen on black people. Yeah. Why would you want to be a black Elvis? You could hate yourself? I don't know.
The coolest one was there was a band called Dred Zeppelin, and they did reggae versions of Led Zeppelin songs, but the lead singer was Tortelvis, the fat Elvis impersonator, who was singing Led Zeppelin songs in reggae style. That, to me, that's fucking creative. But again, it's not something that has a long shelf life. Like, it's funny when you first see it, but you can't. Obviously, it's not still around. It only lasted a fucking fart in church. That's how long it lasted for.
Oh, aloha, sunshine. Hello, sunshine in Hawaii, because she says aloha. I'm assuming it's
wow in Hawaii. Well, first of all,
actually, I don't know it's Hawaii. She wrote aloha, so I'm just assuming that's what sunshine is.
No, aloha means hello and goodbye.
Right. And I don't know if she's leaving or coming.
Remember the old Archie Bunker joke about shalom? Well, shalom means hello and goodbye. How do you know what it means? Well, if a Jew is walking towards you and he says shalom, it's hello. If he's walking away from you and he says shalom, it's goodbye. Aloha. I hope if you are in Hawaii, you're up early. What are you dodging the waves, or what's going on there?
Now, I was just before I opened my mouth and said that I was going to say something else. I forgot. Now I distracted myself.
I'm glad I distracted you from that. You're going to say your mom will love the ink spots and Crack the Sky, and I don't know.
I tell you, Crack the Sky is going to be down the street from here. Where I'm going to go. I'm going to take my 5. Well, I'm going to take my 5. Crack the Sky. Actually, it's 3 CDs, but it's from 5 albums. Because their first 4 albums were on 2 CDs, and then the 5th album, or From the Greenhouse, I guess that was their 5th album, is on 1 CD. I'm gonna take them down and see if I can get them an autograph. And the funny thing is, since I don't know what Crack the Sky looks like, anybody could sign him, and I wouldn't know.
That's true.
I mean, I kind of know one of the names. I think one of them's name is Rick.
I think it's Matt Napo. I think.
Well, I think there's one guy named
Bappo.
Rick.
I think he spells his name Bappo.
I have a friend named Rick Gloth, and I don't think he's listening, so I can say his name, Rick Gloth, and he knew the people of Crack the Sky.
That's an embarrassing thing. I feel bad for him. How dare you know the people from Crack the Sky?
Yeah, he was friends with a number of them, so I should reach out to him and see if he's going to go.
How dare you be friends with Crack the Sky? Confirming Debbie Dobbins. Where's it sent for this? But Stephanie, yeah, Stephanie. She didn't get it. I don't know. Stephanie. What do I say? We miss you. You didn't show up. You fucking skank-whore. What do I say in this email?
How about since we're doing cosplay, we'll pretend that you showed up and that we enjoyed your company.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Two, Stephanie, I told Dr. Stephanie Jones that, you know what? I think her email's got a problem.
Okay.
Because she has period. You know, you're not supposed to have period. It says Dr. Stephanie Hunter Jones at yahoo.com. That dot after doctor is probably a problem, isn't it?
I don't know. I've seen people with dots in their email addresses.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think you could do that because it would signify a domain. That dot.
Yeah, but since there's not a domain thing after like .com.
Yeah.
I think they've gotten a lot smarter since we first had AOL. I think they've gotten a lot smarter since then. Yeah, it's just that most people haven't caught on to it. I don't know. I seem to remember seeing a dot in people's email addresses.
Yeah. Well, apparently, she didn't get the email, or she's just being rude, or heard me say something that she didn't like, or whatever. So we're not. I apologize. I thought we were going to talk sex today, and let's talk about sex. I thought that was going to be a thing, but it's not a thing.
Well, it is a thing. It's just not her thing, I guess, or our thing today.
It leaves me just holding my thing, wishing I had a thing to talk about. But so
I was looking to see if there's an alternative way to reach out to her.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to, because I can follow her, but I don't want to follow her. I want to reach out to her. There's a difference.
Reach out to me, babe. I just contacted her, but obviously she's not checking a fucking email or whatever these people do. You sign up for a show. How many times have I said this already? I'm just tired of hearing me say it. Just take me out and shoot me.
But she responded back, right? So obviously, I guess the email must have worked if she responded back, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So, but why isn't she here? Time zone issues? Time zone from where?
Maybe she's caught in a cosplay situation.
Maybe she got caught up in a tsunami, earthquake, volcanic eruption. Maybe. I don't know.
It's funny because when I'm monitoring another chat room with my phone, and the screen is kind of small, and so they'll put like little emojis after a sentence, but the emojis are so small, I have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah,
I can't make out the emojis. Sunshine has an emoji, and at first I thought she was giving me the middle finger, but now I think she's doing this, the hook 'em Longhorns thing.
No, that's cosplay for fingering this finger. I don't know if you know this about fingers. I don't know if you know this about fingers, but this finger is the ass finger. I think this is the vag finger, and this is the ass. Do I have that wrong? Can we fact check me on this? The proper finger for vaginal penetration versus anal.
I don't understand. You only use one finger?
Oh, now I know there are people who do fists and stuff, and there was when I worked for Stony Brook University Medical Center and wasn't supposed to be getting fucking vulgar email from my friends. Bill and Mikey and Barone, the band members, shared a video of a guy who looked exactly like me, but I swear it wasn't me, sticking his head in a woman's vagina, sticking his whole fucking bald head in there. Oh, Nebo, is this you? And it's hard to deny when somebody looks that much like you, but I promise me, I don't think I'd find my way out, first of all. And I have sinus problems. I'm not sticking my whole fucking head in a vagina. I have no desire to do that. But so the point I'm making is people will stick big things in there. I mean, a head is.
Okay, this is not a segue. I'm just Sunshine sent one word. It says shaka. Okay. Shaka. Now when I say I don't know what it means to her, but when I hear shaka, there was a movie I saw when I was a kid about Shaka Zulu, and there's a scene where this woman is crying because Shaka just got hurt or injured or something, and she's going Shaka, Shaka, Shaka. And that's what I hear when she says Shaka. I don't know what it means to her, but I think of Shaka Zulu in that one scene.
What was the Shaka Khan, Baba Baba?
Yeah. Let me rock you, Shaka Khan, Let me rock you. Oh, yeah.
Let me rock you. Yeah. All right.
Of course, you change it. People do change that word to something else.
People have no idea what we're talking about. This is hardcore boomer stuff, right? That was like early '80s. That
Shaka I think Khan so. Started. Yeah. Shaka Khan was like Sly and the Family Stone revisited in the sense that she started ghosting her own shows. She started not showing up she was like sometimes so stoned she wasn't showing up for her own shows.
Yeah. Tell me something good, Shaka Khan.
Wow. Tell me.
What was that instrument that wasn't a sitar that they were doing a kind of
I thought it was like one of those putting a hose in a mouth thing. Like a talk box or something. Yeah. Tell me. That's what I think it was. But of course,
there was an instrument behind that, though. So they had that voice
guitar and a guitar. I think so.
Filtered to sound almost sitarish, though. Sitarish. That's a whole.
But didn't what's his face do the same thing? Peter Frampton.
Peter Frampton used the original talk box. Yeah. I want to fuck, Now that's they played that on the radio. I think I don't know how that slipped by in like 1976.
You think he was saying "fuck you"?
He did at one point, absolutely. He definitely. I want to fuck, But he was saying a lot of other shit too, and somehow I guess that it didn't sound exactly like fuck, so they let it slip through. But
now, because there was an Earth, Wind and Fire song, and they said, I think it was called. It wasn't Reasons. It was like, when it comes time to hug you. Okay, their words on the album says, when it comes time to hug you, but everybody that I know heard fuck you. But they were saying hug or fug, F-U-G, but I'm sure. And check out some of my new material, you're going to hear what fug is. But
see, in the Boomer days, back in Boomer Universe, there weren't a whole lot of actual records, songs that you... It's not like the hip hop days where Wet Ass Pussy and all this stuff. There weren't a whole lot of records that actually had fuck or any really profanity in the records. They were pretty strict about some of that stuff. But a few of them did get by, like the Woodstock thing. Give me an F. What's that spell? Fuck. That was all over the album. But that was and people like children. Oh, look, he said fuck. It was so novel.
I wrote down what I was going to say in case I forget. Tom Lehrer died.
Who?
Tom Lehrer. Thomas Lehrer?
I don't know.
Comedian Tom Lehrer?
Don't know.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Should I know him?
Yes, you should know him. My God. He was famous. My God. Tom Lehrer. Let me... L-E... Is it H?
Chat room. You know him? You know him, chat room? Talk to me. Talk to me, you damn chat room. I don't know.
Okay. Now I'm going to look for songwriter, influential, political satirist, dies at 97.
97?
Yeah.
He's got no complaints.
I'm looking for a sample. Okay. This is an album called That Was the Year That Was. Let me see if I can... National Brotherhood. Lullaby. Okay. I don't want to... No, that's a full video of the whole thing. But that's an album. It's probably not... There's no like footage. That looks like the album. They're just playing it. Wow. Now, Tom Lehrer. He was a satirist, comedian. I don't want to say comedian, but song satirist and mathematician. Dies at 97.
Right. Well, let's just say that me not knowing him is significant of nothing, because who do I know? I'm like you almost, but so I'm not culturally hip. I don't know this stuff. Eddie Trunk. There was a song on Tarkus, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I don't think the name of the song was "Fuck Me, Eddie," but that was the chorus. "Fuck me, Eddie. Fuck me all night long. Fuck me, Eddie. Won't you fuck me, Eddie?" Bear Love doesn't know me. It only took Bear like 15 minutes to type "I don't know him either."
Now, Sunshine wrote Red Fox, but she didn't spell it the way that Red Fox spells it. So I don't know if she's talking about the animal or the comedian, and she's just too cheap to buy the extra D and the extra X.
Red Fox.
Remember, that was Silver Fox.
No, Red Fox. You remember Stephen Ortiz? You remember, roughly remember, like, that we used to have a guy on the show at one point.
No,
Stephen. I don't. There was some fat Amish potato cuck, joke thief motherfucker that we had on the program.
No, doesn't ring a bell.
And I assigned him to get a porn stars, and then when he failed at that, like he fails at everything, including banking, I was searching for porn stars that we could get on the show who would do podcasts, and came across this Michelle Red Fox. Red Fox, well, 1 X, not 2 X's. Never heard back from her, but so I know there's.
So that's probably who Sunshine is talking about, because she's at REDFOX.
Yeah. I can't find this "Fuck Me Eddie" song. I was going to play it and get a copyright strike for playing "Fuck Me Eddie," but Lucky Man sounded. It was engineered by Eddie Alford. Now so the engineer was Eddie. Maybe they were just really trying to get fucked. I don't know. But just coming back to that idea, there were not a lot of. Even Frank Zappa never had any profanity on his records.
No, I think the dirtiest word he had on his was "cum."
Yeah.
On Dynamo. No, well, unless you call titties bad, because he used to do titties and beer.
Yeah.
Titties and beer.
Titties and beer, but he never really said anything. Now, titties, wasn't titties one of the original 7 words that you couldn't say with the FCC?
I have to look that up, because that was like, when that first came out, that was like the big George Carlin bit that everybody.
Ian is watching this program like an hour ago here or something. He says, "Let's all get fucked up on acid and watch Matt turn into a frog." I'm all for that. I would be into dropping some acid and watching me turn. The problem with acid, as I've mentioned many times before, it's a callback. The problem with acid is it just lasts too long. It's just way too long. If it was like DMT, and again, I still have not tried DMT, but I'm told that's a 15-minute trip. That's what I want, a 15-minute trip, so you can get off the train and just get back to normal. Because LSD, it just gets to a point where, oh my God, I'm never going to get sane again. This is going to be my existence. And you start to get paranoid. Like, am I ever going to fucking come back to who I was before I dropped this shit? And then the paranoia just compounds, and it's not good. And that's where you get bad trip.
The 7 words. Now, the thing it says, the 7 words you can never say on television, which isn't the case anymore. But there's shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits.
Right. Shit, I think you can say on television now.
Yes,
right?
You can say shit on television. I think it has to be after, maybe after 9, could be after 11. It also depends on the context that you use it.
And I know tits you can say, because I remember Bill O'Reilly going on this fucking thing about liberals want to suck off the tit of the government.
The government tits. Although his husband's saying teat, but he said tits.
Yeah. In the movie Unforgiven, Clint and Morgan Freeman call it cunny. They even chopped up her cunny. Her cunny? I'm not sure if that was a real word in the 1800s out for cunt. But I mean, why didn't they just come out and say cunt? I don't know. That's going to make it an X-rated movie. Now, what the fuck?
Actually, I'm trying. I had done an etymology on words like that, and okay. Sunshine wants me to know it's the comedian, because she put the 2 D's and the 2 X's on there. I thought she was just trying to save ink on her phone, or I didn't know.
Now, this guy, somebody in Reddit is saying ELP was not saying fuck me, Eddie. They were saying bop me, Eddie. No way. Bop does not sound like fuck. Oh, yeah, bop you. Bop you, asshole. No, see? It doesn't sound like fuck.
Well, okay, in West Side Story, they did Officer Krupke, you've done it again. You know, now at the very end, they said, gee, Officer Krupke, Krupp you. And, of course, I think we changed it to fuck you when we were kids. It was the 60s.
I'm disappointed because generally songs are pretty easy to find on the internet. You put in a song title and it comes up. Are You Ready, Eddie is the name of the song. All right, but are you ready, Eddie? Let me see.
Okay, you found the song. Now type in the lyrics and see what it says.
Well, I did. That's what I did. I typed in "fuck you, fuck me, Eddie, fuck me all night long."
And it actually didn't send you to Pornhub. You typed that in, and it didn't say.
It was a knock at the door. Is that hi? I'm Eddie. Wait. No.
Well, you typed it. It goes, Ron, is that you?
I don't know if you know this, but I don't really want to get fucked, Eddie. Chest Bean. Let's see. Rocky and Bullwinkle. That's you. How's Rocky and Bullwinkle showing up? MS Lincoln Palmer.
Wow. It's already got you linked to Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yeah. Here it is. So let me see. Willis.
I started Tai Chi at 50.
Oh, this is the guy.
Now I'm 8. And doctors ask me for advice.
I think that's got to be
AI. Doctors ask you for advice. Where's the Emerson Lake and Palmer fucking song? Copyright strike.
Are you ready to rock and roll? Are you ready to give me some of your soul? Are you ready to pull those faders down? Are you ready to pull your faders down?
Fuck me, Eddie. Tell him fuck me, Eddie.
Are you ready to turn your skull around? Oh, something to me.
What'd they do? Blank that part out?
Maybe it's a different version.
Why is it? It's like killing the.
Are you ready to turn your faders down? Are you ready to turn your faders down? Are you ready to turn that skull around? Well, are you ready to turn your 16 tracks on? Are you ready? You got 16 tracks. Are you ready, Eddie? A bit of bopping is all that lasts.
Feel the fucking is all that lasts, right? He's not bopping.
I'm hearing bop me.
It was bop me?
I'm hearing bop me.
That's so weird.
I am surprised that, first of all, I liked Emerson, Lake and Palmer, but I do not know this song or this album.
All right, now I'm feeling like a man who is either the victim of Zsa Zsa Gabor and the Mandela effect, or I'm ready for the old folks home. I could call all my friends and swear that we all heard fucking, but yeah, that did sound like bopping that time. Could it be?
Did you ever see them live? And the reason I'm saying is because there was a band called The Sweet. I'm saying was. I don't know if they're still around or not. But Ballroom Blitz, there was apparently doing a live version. On the record, it says there's a lady in the corner. She could kill you with a wink of her eye. And that's how it was on the record. But the way I hear it is that when they did it live, they say she could kill you with a wink of her clit, which doesn't even rhyme. But
I'm really distressed about this now because I guarantee
I would be distressed too because you made me listen to the whole fucking song.
We were almost to the end of it, and but they wouldn't. None of it. The first one wasn't bopping, and I'm just wondering if they went back and changed it at some point.
Well, that was a remastered version from 2012. That was remastered in 2012.
It could be.
I don't know that makes a difference.
That's not a song they would have played live because that's not one of the that's not what that was.
No, it wasn't. No, that's not the style or anything. That song seems like they said, okay, we have room for like 3 minutes on this album. What do you want to do?
Exactly.
I can. Okay, let me do this because that does not sound.
Somebody wipe their ass and call it art.
Yeah, because that doesn't sound Emerson, Lake and Palmerish to me at all.
Yeah, no, that was totally not characteristic of what they did, which was made it even
right.
More
They were like what was it, like art rock or something, or
classical jazz?
Yeah,
jazz rock with synths. Yeah, I don't know. Now I got to contact all my friends who were Emerson, Lake and Palmer heads and say, remember, Are You Ready, Eddie? What was the chorus? And if one of them says bop, I know I'm ready for to lay down and just have people throw dirt on me. If they
I can call my friend Douglas. He was a huge Emerson, Lake and Palmer fan. But his memory's starting to fail. He's a year older than me, maybe 2. And he's starting to not remember things that we did together, which is a good thing, I guess. He's starting to not remember stuff.
Who are you?
So
I don't think I have any friends left from that era, to be honest with you. I know one guy is still living that I went to Emerson, Lake and Palmer shows, but I think he might be a Trumper. And as much as I don't like Trumpers, they don't like me because I'm constantly just putting the old fucking orange turd down, and that doesn't sit well with these people. They get angry. Fuck you, Napo. How come you don't love my Jesus just because he's fat and orange and evil? Maybe that. What is
so
it?
I think I'm sure I've been to. It's funny, up until I started going to concerts with my friend Doug. Whenever I went to a concert, I got to hang out with the musicians in the band. Okay, it was just so regular that I just thought that was what was supposed to happen. I thought you go to a concert, you get to hang out with the band. It just happened so frequently that it was just normal to me. I didn't know that it just wasn't a thing. And then my friend Doug and I went to go see Yes, which is the first concert we went to go see together. And we went to see Yes in the Round. And first of all, Rick Wakeman blew my fucking mind. I love Steve Howe. I love Yes, but Rick Wakeman, he was a fucking showman. And so after the show was over with, I said to Doug, let's go meet them. And he goes, you don't get to meet them. I said, yeah. I said, you go. And I'm going off all the bands I'm hanging out with. I said, yeah. And I smoked dope with these people. And I drank beer with these people and going on and on. And he goes, no. He goes, I don't know how the fuck you did that, but that's not normal. He goes, normal is they do their concert, they get on the bus to get the fuck out of town. And I've never got to hang out with another band since then. That may change when I go see Crack the Sky.
Yeah.
I think because the place where I'm going, there's only like 9 black people in the whole county to begin with. And to be at a Crack the Sky show, I may be the only black person at the Crack the Sky show.
Maybe you had hot chicks. Did you have hot chicks with you? Because
No, I was by myself. Most of the time I was by myself. Once I was with my nephew and my friend Tony. But other than that, and once I was with the first few times I was with a hot woman, but I was like.
What about Robert Maxwell, the British media tycoon acquired Macmillan Publishers in the late 1980s through his company Maxwell Communication Corporation, Macmillan and Maxwell? What the fuck does that have to do with what we're talking? Do you see any?
I don't see a connection, no.
Bear, come back to us. Drop less acid, maybe. I know he's Jelane's father.
Yeah.
What the fuck made you think of that now? Are you watching 2 shows at once? I mean, listen, My
Sunshine.
grasp on reality is fucking brittle enough and fragile enough that I don't need people pushing me over the line into full-scale dementia. But Bear, what is the connection here? I'll see that. I got to calm down. But I will vouch for what you said in this respect. From, let's say, when the time I started going to concerts around 1970 to somewhere mid-70s, they did not go after the concert. They had after parties, and certain people would get invited to the after parties. And if you had a hot girlfriend, because they want the girl there, they're going to invite you and try to steal your girlfriend away from you, or just fuck your girlfriend in the back room or whatever. But so there were lots of meet and greets with rock stars at arena shows that way, like get invited to the after party. You'd have to be in one of the first rows and be with a hot chick or something, or be near. You brought up Trump.
Well, I know some of them. I know how it happened because, like, I went to see Rush, and I didn't buy like clothing like that. I bought iron on thing that you put on clothing. What is it called? Like an iron on something. I forgot what they're called. But you iron it onto your clothing, and it's like a stencil or something. And this is from the album. They were touring 2112. So I bought the 2112 thing and I put it on a shirt. And I got dressed. So when we went to go see Rush, it just so happens that I was dressed just like the Rush roadies. The same colors, I had like a single color thing, like blue or something. And I had the logo on the front and I had Rush on the back. But it's just something I did off the top of my head. I was just trying to, be a Rush fan, I guess. And so I got like swept up into I was led like, here, no, you're going the wrong way. And I'm trying to leave. And they're like pushing me in this other direction. I'm like, okay, where? And now next thing is like, oh, Alex Lifeson. Hey, dude. Getty. Whoa. Where's Neil? He doesn't talk to people. He's left. Walked right by me. Neil walked right by me. And the thing is, I was so awestruck with Neil Peart, like, being like this close to me, and I couldn't even talk to him because first of all, he had such purpose. His purpose was get the fuck out of here. He was leaving. He's like, I don't do this. I leave. I don't do this.
Wow.
And then Getty like leaves, and I'm next thing you know, I'm alone, just me and Alex Lifeson alone talking, and I'm like, fuck. This is cool.
That's me doing Alex Lifeson's guitarist with my mouth. This whole dressing, like you gave me a flashback. Dressing like the Crew or something.
Yeah.
That's how I got kidnapped by Princess Grace Kelly.
That's how you got kidnapped by who?
Princess Grace Kelly.
Oh.
Of Monaco. I was 15 years old, and I was flying first class from L.A. to New York. And she was sitting because I flew standby for my family's connection to American Airlines. You had to wear a suit, and they put you in first class, and they put me in the first seat in a 747, and she was right across the aisle from me, Princess Grace sitting right there. And I was a 15-year-old kid. She was from a generation that gone by,
but she was beautiful.
She was still beautiful, and she had this big gold
breast.
Like belt thing on, like, but it was huge. It was like fucking this big, a gold thing on her.
Like she won a wrestling tournament.
Yeah, like that. And one of her daughters was getting married, sitting behind her. They were all there, and on my side was all her security people, all dressed in the same blue suit that I was. And at 15 years old, this might not come to as a surprise to people, I had a mustache, so I didn't look 15 years old. So the plane comes to a stop, and I'm like being like, really impatient. And I stand up, and a guy behind me just puts his hand on my shoulder. Sit down. I'm like, who are you, mister? Why, you're not my father. What's going on here? But he was strong, and he muscled me down into the seat. He said, wait. I'm like, okay, I'll wait. And then people started getting up, and then Grace got up, and I stood up, and he put me down again. No, you wait. So basically, we get off the plane, and people are going in luggage and stuff, and she's going to a limo and whatever. And I go to get my luggage, and the guy just grabs me, and he throws me in the limo. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And I can't even talk for myself. I'm trying to say, I got to go get my bag. And you do what I tell you to do. And they went to the Waldorf Astoria in Manhattan. And before we're up in a room now, and like all these guys dressed like me. And I finally said, I don't belong here. And we'll go, shh. Like, no, I don't belong here. I'm like, what's your story? I was like, I'm coming home from Los Angeles. I'm just going to visit my family. I haven't seen them in 2.5 years. Can I get out of here? Like,
can I please, Princess Grace? I really did love you in your movies, but I got to go home.
yeah, I didn't even see any of them. I didn't know anything about her. I knew my mom was a big fan of her. I'm 15 years old. I'm thinking my world is Led Zeppelin and fucking Deep Purple and all this stuff. It's not actresses from Anything Goes or whatever the hell she was. Cary Grant's movie.
She was Rear Window was the sexiest one.
Yeah, now I look back at that and say, wow, I sat next to that piece of fucking prime female. But she wasn't that. She was probably 50 years old when or something like that. She looked older, still beautiful, and I was impressed by the gold and stuff. But I was mortified that I had been kidnapped by a royal family, thinking, by her security detail.
It could have been worse. They could have been on their way to Monaco.
I think they were, but they were making a stopover in New York.
No, that's what I'm saying. They were on their way. Like, there's no stopover. It's like this plane is now going to Monaco. Sit down.
Yeah. But then they let me go. But then now as a 15-year-old, I got to figure out, how do I get from the Waldorf Astoria in Manhattan to Copiague, Long Island, where I was going? And it's like, but it was a tough thing.
How did you get back? Did they at least offer you some kind of assistance?
They gave me nothing. First I had to take a taxi back to JFK Airport so I could actually go get my luggage, which I was intending to do when they threw me in the fucking limo. And then I had to take a bus from JFK to Amityville, Long Island. And I remember this very clearly.
And that's where you stopped and hung out in front of the house and took a picture?
Nah, this was probably right around the time that the house was, maybe a couple of years after it, so maybe no, I'm standing there like, and there's phone booths. I don't even know who I can call because nobody knew I was coming back. This was just like a whim, coming back to Long Island to visit some friends. I was not talking to my family yet. I'm still a runaway at this point. I hadn't seen my family in 2 years. And so I wasn't going to see my family. I was going to see my friends. And none of them, I didn't have any fucking phone numbers. I'm calling guys I could barely remember their phone numbers. Like, can you come pick me up in Amityville? I'm at the phone booth by the movie theater. Like, fuck you, man. It's 9 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday morning. Why are you bothering?
We're watching cartoons, Doc.
Yeah.
We're watching a movie with some lady named Grace Kelly.
So yeah, it was a harrowing experience. I just remember it being like traumatic for me. Like, it took me days to kind of fucking get my shit together. I think I was kidnapped. Great. No, is there something I could sue the family for, the royal family, Prince?
Well, not now. The statute of limitations is up. I'm way gone on kidnapping.
I think the daughter is only like 3 years older than me. She's probably still alive. Well, there's no statute of limitations on kidnapping, is there? I don't think so. Like rape, murder, and kidnapping, I think those the three crimes that there's no like they could solve them forever and try.
No, there's a limitation on rape unless they change the rule. But yeah, there was. Now you can't. I don't think you can criminally prosecute for rape after a certain period of time, but you can civilly go for them. I think that's been extended. But
that's weird because to me, rape is worse than murder.
Yeah,
Murder, you die and it's over with. Rape, you have to relive the trauma for the rest of your life. And the younger you are, the worse it is because of the length of time.
I agree.
You have to remember it. Yeah,
I know. My mom. I think I'm trying to think how old she was when she was raped. Let's see, 8. 35 minus 8 is 27. 27 minus 2. So she was about 25 when she was raped.
Wow.
And even in her 50s and 60s, her behavior was totally, you could tell she hadn't gotten over it. Even though the rapist was dead, she made sure of that.
Yeah. You know that Boston Strangler guy?
Yeah, my father. He used to play second base for the Yankees.
Oh, I waited for the Red Sox, the Boston Strangler.
No, he played. No, that's why they called him the Boston Strangler. He was second base for the Yankees, but he killed every time he played Boston. He strangled them.
Albert something, right, or whatever.
Einstein. Yeah.
He raped old women. A lot of his rape and murder victims, women in their 80s or older. Like that dude. I don't even know what to say there. Raping old ladies. Now, to the old ladies, whatever the case you can make, at least they're not going to have to relive that trauma for too long. They're going to be dead pretty soon. So if you're going to get raped, then you might as well be 80 or 90 so you don't have to deal with it for that long. But, I mean, what goes through a guy's head that he's raping old ladies like that? I mean, Jesus.
It sounds to me like he has grandma issues.
Yeah. Even that, man, grannies, God, it's like you stick your dick in and all of a sudden a puff of dust comes up, right?
I don't think it works like that.
I don't know.
I don't think it's dust.
That's how I imagine it anyway. And I shouldn't even imagine it. This is the problem.
Yeah, because I hadn't imagined it.
But now you will forever.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will. That image is going to be stuck with you.
No,
every morning.
It won't.
Every morning you're going to wake up and you're going to think about your dick in a puff of smoke, puff of dust.
No.
You are.
No.
I promise you. I put that.
That's why I keep Luke by the bed.
Oh. Yesterday
it's called His and Hers KY.
Oh, yesterday you were talking about lifetime warranties or something with your contractor issues there or whatever.
Right.
And, reminded me of this idea, like Parrot Pro. I wanted to sign up for a week, and it's a week is $6.99. All right, I'll sign up for a week, but then it says a year you get 70% off. Okay, but I'm not signing up for the year. But then it says lifetime, 95% off. Now, 95% off is based on $6.99 a week. They have to assume that they know how many weeks I got left in my lifetime, right?
That's what actuaries do. So what they do is you send them the thing, they reach out to an actuary, and they input your information, and then the actuary says, this is how long Matt Napo should live.
Right.
And then they're divided 2 weeks, and they take 95% off of $6.99 prorated for, let's say, 3 weeks.
I could see how that could work for the business thing, but here's the thing I was thinking. I was going to get a fucking toddler to sign up for me, because if I'm getting the discount based on weeks, this guy's got lots of weeks left. If he's 2 years old, we can assume he has.
He has to be old enough to sign the contract, so he's got to be at least 18.
Oh. All right, so I get an 18-year-old to sign up for me and just use their account. Is that shady? Is that shady business?
Look, they have a loophole. You can have one too.
Oh, you saw my loophole, did you?
Well, you're talking about cock rings, so I did the research. I did see a loophole.
I do. I think I might have to go for a loophole exam.
Oh, speaking of loopholes. How close are you to getting the Reverend version of Tantaley?
I don't have all the fucking game names. I thought you were sending me the game names.
I did send you the game names.
I didn't get no game names.
What?
I didn't get no game names.
I sent you game names.
I didn't get no game names.
I thought you were joking when you said you didn't get them. I sent you game names.
No, I know balls to the face. That's all I know. Balls to the face and what was.
Wow, son of a bitch. No, I sent because I had to look up there to get all the names.
I could do it right now on air and go, but.
Okay, if you're ready to write down, I'll give you the names of the games.
No, we can't do it today.
I can give you the names now.
Yeah, all right. We'll just do it and I'll transcribe it.
Oh, okay. Squirtle.
What was it?
Squirtle. SQUIRTLE. Squirtle.
Squirtle.
Throbbing Hood. Balls to the face. You got balls to the face.
I do. That's a Liberace thing.
Okay. Cock ringing balls.
Cock ringing balls.
Hungman. HUNGMAN. And there.
Hungman, like Hangman, is that?
Yeah, like Hangman, but it's Hungman. That's cock ring and balls. That's the Robin Hood. Balls to the face. What's that one? Squirtle. Damn it. Now I gotta. Excuse me.
See.
Oh yeah, booby ball. Booby ball. BOOBIEBALL.
Are you not trade? I guess trademarking or copywriting these in any way, protecting these concepts as because I don't know. It feels like
I just do them on stage and
that intellectual property. I think I'm not saying that it would be. It sounds like you might have something worth.
Yeah, pussy putts putts. PUSSY PUTZ PUTZ. Pussy putts putts.
You got that, Opus? Write that. Put that in the transcript, and I will decipher it later on.
I'll send it to you in a message right now. I'll put it in a message.
Have you been in touch
the chat room?
Have you been in touch with our friend Ron Kane? Have you been?
Speaking of pussy putts putts.
Well,
not since last time he was
last
on the show.
week, I know he had some family issues that stopped him from coming on the program, and I won't just
right.
If he's going to be here tomorrow.
No, I hadn't. Oh, they're not letting me put that in the chat room.
That's weird because people are right. I thought YouTube had like some kind of automatic moderation that they don't put your stuff. And then I see people putting fuck and all this kind of stuff in the chat room. Like, how are they getting away with that? Well, I can't even get away with it on my own chat room. I don't know. It's double standards and double rules, and I just can't take it anymore.
Okay, I just sent it to you in the chat. Pussy putts putts.
All right. So
I think that's. I think I have 10 games. Let me see.
That's damn good coffee, even though it's 2 hours old. Pussy putts putts. Now that's the. Do you bring a putting green or something on stage?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, not the whole green. I have It's a lot of work for me to get the game down, but I have the golf club. I made the golf club, and the head is a 14-inch double-headed dildo, but it's really floppy. It's really hard to get good. You have to have your skill.
You can't get a good dildo golf club anymore.
I know, but it's like that by design. It's just challenging because and then the cup shapes like a vagina. Actually, I just
I've never seen one of those. What are they? What's the shape of that?
No, it's like this.
Wow.
He's crowning. He's crowning.
Now you're gonna freak me out because now next time if I ever see one again, and listen, the odds against me seeing one again pretty low. But I would be like the all-seeing eye, or that the fucking Twilight Zone where the guy had the eye in his forehead. That's what I'm gonna see in the middle of a vagina. And now I don't want to poke him in the eye with my cock. That would be just dirty.
Yeah.
I want to offer a sincere apology to people tuning in expecting sexual innuendo talk about cosplay and such today. I feel like I've let you down. Dr. Stephanie, whatever her name is, Stephanie Hunter Jones, PhD. She has let you down. It's just all around. This is a limp dick of a show, is what it is. It's a limp dick of a show. It's blue ball, is what it is. This is the blue ball edition. Welcome to the blue ball edition.
All right, I'm trying to see if I have. Because this is blessings and blasphemy. I'm going to see if I have the outline for. There is the outline. Okay. Let's see if I have the rest of the names.
All right, hold on a second. While you're looking for names here, we've been discussing Space Force for a couple of days now. Live on X right now, NASA's SpaceX, which is Elon's company, NASA's SpaceX Crew 11 launch. So NASA, this is where it doesn't make any sense. We got Space Force, I thought, to replace NASA. NASA is still doing launches with now SpaceX, which is Elon's thing. What are the three guys who signed up for Space Force doing? They're just ordering donuts or something? What does anybody even remember that we have Space Force? It's like we started this whole new branch of the military. Three stupid idiots signed up, and then we forgot about it, and they're just still collecting checks. And what? Anybody in the chat room know about Space Force? I mean, what the fuck are they doing? Especially if NASA is teaming up with Musk to launch rockets, what is Space Force doing? What?
I don't know, but I don't know. Okay, see, there's no. I'm looking at the chat room here. There's no timestamps on the Gov site, and so Sunshine wrote, "I don't know who you are." So I don't know if she's like heard the games that we're talking about, and she's ashamed. Like, I don't know who you are. Like some of the people who go to the Blessings of Blasphemy show, who like laugh but won't tell their friends they went to the show because they don't want people to know that they played with a sex doll or a dildo on stage.
Yeah. Sunshine is the name? No, is that a guy?
Sunshine, yeah. I don't know if that's the first or last name or middle name.
Yeah. What was the LSD that had Sunshine in the name? Jesus, I'm way too old. Just fucking bury me already. So just back to politics, if we may, for a second.
Sure.
Attorney General Pamela Barbie. See, I made a little joke on her last name, Bambi, but or whatever. She's going to court to defend Trump's tariffs. That's not the DOJ's position to be a personal lawyer for the president, right? They're supposed to be prosecuting crimes, not going to court to defend his policies. That's not the DOJ.
Right. That's right. Now, the thing is, according to Bondi and Bove and Blanche, their job is the president is their client. That's their official opinion. That is their actual opinion, that the president is the client, not the people.
If we can go back, if people can remember for a second, ex-president Bill Clinton meeting with Loretta Lynch, who was the head of the DOJ, the Attorney General at the time. Ex-president meeting with her
on a tarmac, wasn't it?
Yeah, set them hair on fire for the Republican Party. And the DOJ should, the Attorney General should never meet one-on-one with the president of the United States, even an ex-president. It was just taboo. You have to have at least other people in the room and all that stuff. And now we have openly them saying the rules have changed. He is now our personal client, our only client.
Right.
We serve him and not the people.
Right.
Anybody want to comment on that? Republicans, MAGA people? I mean, that you don't recall how upset you were that Bill Clinton? No, Clinton was talking about his wife. Probably we don't know.
No, well, according to them, I mean, first of all, it happened in public on the tarmac.
Right.
Okay. I mean, they may have sat someplace else later on, but if they're talking about his wife in public on the tarmac, not only is it wrong, it's also stupid.
Yeah, it is stupid.
And they should be arrested just for stupidity, if that's the case.
Right. And but he was not president anymore. It's not like he has any real power over the Attorney General. So there really is. There's no conflict of interest. He was a private citizen at that time. It's like me talking to Pam Bondi. I can't be. There's nothing improper about that. She might not want to talk to me, but it's not like that's I don't know, conflict of interest for her or for me. I mean, and Bill Clinton, for all intents and purposes, at that point, was just like me. He was just a private citizen.
Yeah, it's just him and Loretta Swit on the tarmac talking.
So now I just was curious how they would defend this. I think that was the dangerous part about going after Trump for the real estate stuff. When the banks didn't even bring up charges, the DOJ did. That was a slippery slope for politicizing the DOJ. I don't know. Now every administration is going to play it. That's not the point I'm making, Bear.
I'm sorry. Sunshine says she really doesn't know who we are. She just found us and she tuned in.
Don't feel bad. My mother didn't know who I was.
That's true.
But the point, they are, Pam Bondi as Attorney General is going to court in what is really not a criminal matter at all. She's defending policy matters to the courts, and that is not justice. That is it's a civil case, really. Right. It's the White House against I guess the judges. Who are the parties involved here? It's the president of the United States versus a district judge, but it's not criminal at all. So that bears comment about the real estate thing, whether that it makes any kind of relevance to this at all. All of his real estate were used to his own mortgage company. I understand, but it was a criminal charge that we're talking about. This is not criminal. This is a judge making a decision and the DOJ using its lawyers to defend a position, a platform position. It's totally unrelated to any criminal thing. So it's common for the property to be estimated high. Yeah, but that was a criminal thing. That was a criminal case. This is not that. This is policy. This is lawyers defending policy. It had nothing to do with, nobody's charging him with a crime. Nobody's charging anybody with a crime here.
Okay. Well, Sunshine, I'm glad you tuned in. There's no reason, there's no embarrassment not knowing who we are. Matt is only a Grammy award-winning record producer. Was a producer, record mixer,
engineer,
record engineer. He's only a Grammy award-winning record engineer, and I am only the recipient of the worst comedy special ever. Okay, so you are in the midst of royalty, so to speak.
We're not even talking about politicizing. I'm not even talking. See, Barry, the problem with you is, in all due respect, you want to argue things that I'm not even talking about. I wasn't talking about this is politicizing it. It's just using the people's resources to defend something that the people don't. He has lawyers for that. He has personal lawyers that can do this.
I don't know if he has personal lawyers anymore. I think he put them all in the cabinet.
You know what? The truth is, most of the lawyers won't even work for him because he didn't pay. Like his best friend, Rudy Giuliani, stiffed him for millions of dollars.
Yeah, but the other lawyers that he had left are all in the cabinet or part of the administration now. What's her name? Blanche. Haba's what? She's now.
She was a U.S. attorney for
DA, state's attorney for right? New Jersey. Yeah. And they went the back door to get her to do that because she wasn't allowed to be the DA. So they made her assistant and then fired and gave her the authority of the DA and then fired the DA. So she got to be moved up to DA, bypassing all of the workarounds.
Yeah. Again, Bear seems to be arguing with himself about a position I didn't take. I didn't say this was politicizing the DOJ. I didn't say any of that stuff. It's not the DOJ's purpose to get involved in civil cases. This is a civil case. This is not a criminal case whatsoever. There is no justice agenda here. This is a matter of policy, and that should be between the White House lawyers and the executive. The president is entitled to a lawyer, but not using the DOJ and people's resources for that. That's what I'm talking about. And you can argue.
That's what I'm talking about.
You can argue all this political agenda stuff that you're talking about. That's not I didn't even bring that up. And you're equating apples and bananas, not even apples and oranges. There, it seems to be a thing. People, you know what? I hear what you're saying, but I'm going to argue something completely different.
I see you want apples, but I want to talk about bananas.
Yeah. I like bananas. I like bananas better.
We even put peanut butter on both of them. Not that I've done to either one. I've never put peanut butter on a banana or on an apple, but apparently that's a thing that people do.
I can't endorse that. I'm sorry. That's just unless the peanut butter has
nuts.
No, THC. Because at Pootspatuk, they do. I have been tempted to buy a jar of
THC peanut butter.
Yeah, what do they call it? Edible.
Isn't that now? That doesn't make sense because like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich is something you eat when you got the munchies. You're now eating the sandwich before you get the munchies, and giving the stuff. No, that doesn't make sense. You have to take the THC first, get the munchies, and then eat the peanut butter jelly sandwich. They're putting the cart before the horse.
Yeah, well, I never ate.
Well, actually, they're putting the cart in the horse. they're putting the horse in the cart.
Honestly, I mean, you lost me at peanut butter and jelly is something you eat when you got the munchies. Maybe this is something new for me. When I get the munchies, it's either chocolate or it's fucking the greasiest fucking burgers or bacon bullshit. I mean, when I get the munchies, I want to really give myself a cholesterol heart attack. I'm aiming for a double cheeseburger, bacon, fat lard burger.
I want cake. Or apple pie. I love apple pie, warm apple pie. Actually, when I get the munchies, the apple pie doesn't even have to be warm. I will imagine it's warm. I'll warm it in my mouth.
See that I love apple pie. Microwave for a minute with a fucking hunk of vanilla ice cream on top of it. That was as close to an orgasm as I'm ever going to see again in this lifetime, I think. Well, I don't know. I don't know how you measure close to orgasm. How do you measure that? Do we have an orgasmetrometer? Whatever. Orgasmetrometer. We're over time.
Here it is. Yes, we do.
You have one?
Yeah. Now the problem is you have to. There's some clips. There's two inputs here. Actually, well, technically three, because this input is for tri-prong and single prong, and this is just a 1/4 inch. But you have to attach the clips. Okay, one goes to the nipple and the other one goes to a testicle, or one goes to a nipple and one goes to something around the taint. Okay, now this button here is for clipping. I guess it's if you yell too loud, clips.
I'm probably the only one who notices that it looks remarkably like a Focusrite interface for musical instruments into your computer. That being said,
what?
It looks so similar.
You mean this is multi-purpose? You mean I can use this for an instrument also?
I don't. Arrest Hillary is trending on Twitter. What'd she do this time? I mean,
she probably endorsed this Orgasmatron that I'm just finding out is for musical instruments also. Man. You would be so not caring, Matt. You would be so... well, Sunshine says, is there room on the mountain? Talk about our great accolades. You having your Grammy and me having the worst comedy special ever. She wants to know, is there room on the mountain? We can stick him up there forever. We could be on the Mount Rushmore. We could make room on the mountain. We just have to knock off one of the other faces.
You know how hard that is to carve a face into a mountain. I mean, that guy who did that was a Nazi fuck, right? I forget his name, but I think it took him years to do. It had to take years. The Mount Rushmore thing. We would be not that. It mattered, I guess, to be more immortalized in some way. But I will, even if he started tomorrow, I'm certain I'd be dead by the time he started. And then people will go, "Oh, look, it's Himmler. Oh no, that's Groucho Marx."
Mr. Potato Head, it's the Monopoly guy.
Everybody getting it wrong. That would be my gift for eternity. Everybody. Oh, look, he's with Billy Ocean. All right. Well, Well, no sex talk. Well, I don't know if there was sex talk or not. If there was, I missed it.
It was, but we didn't have a PhD, and that's the difference. Stephanie Jones, was it?
I think it's fair game for me to call her a clown now that she didn't show up with that.
Yeah, I think so. Once you don't show up, you've forfeited your right to being treated respectfully.
Yeah.
At least until you make amends.
I think once the moment you book yourself on this program, you give up your right to be treated respectfully. You may not know it, and we may get through the hour or whatever 45-minute interview with you, but your friends will think less of you. Your potential clients will probably disrespect you for being on the program.
But the funny thing is, a lot of the guests, and I'm saying a lot because it seems like a preponderance of them, of the ones that actually show up and get through an interview, who don't get cussed out by you by the end of this interview, really enjoy the interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really, it's like, this is really different. This is really fun. This is really, and I say, tell your friends and have them watch the interview and stream it. And
the problem is because they always ask for links, and I send them the links, but I don't ever say, you might want to skip over the first 30 minutes where we and then when they go back and they find out they got to sit through there, this is the show I'm on. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, oops! I forgot to mention we're depraved and dirty and all that stuff.
Speaking of forgot to mention, were you supposed to promote Gov's comedians or Sticks and Stones comedians or something? Or was that just something you did yesterday?
That was something I did yesterday. And listen, I think I burnt that bridge.
Which bridge? Sticks and Stones or Gov?
Sticks and Stones. Gov's. I don't think Gov's even fucking cares about what they. Let's let him be. Whatever he's there. Don't even listen to him.
Yeah, they promote us like I think it's on Instagram. Once in a while on Instagram, they'll mention us as part of their thing.
Tony didn't even say. Almost every day he sends me a thing on Instagram where he's promoting us. He didn't send me one today. I'm wondering if it's because of that issue they had there. I think the doors are back open. Somebody mentioned the open mic night at Gov's. I never heard of them doing like just a basic open mic night before. And I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll crash that one night and I'll go over there and do like something really stupid and absurd.
Matt, do you have time for one personal question from the Gov site?
Sure.
Sunshine wants to know, how did you get into engineering?
How did I get into engineering? I was poor. We've established that. I was a songwriter, and I had when I was like 15 years old, or maybe younger than that. I knew a guy who had a studio. I used to pay $10 and save my $10 to. He was $10 a song in those days, and I did lots of songs like that. And as I got older, I was finding now I'm going to professional recording studios and paying $50 an hour, $75 an hour, $100 an hour, and I couldn't afford that. So I thought I should just buy the fucking equipment and learn how to do it myself. And so I opened up my own home studio called Digital Impulse Studios, even before there was anything digital. The name was just appealing, and basically taught myself really the trial and error method of how do you fucking work this? What do the red lights mean? Oh, that means it's distorting.
What happens when the needles hit the bottom? What happens when the needles peg like that?
Yeah, and when they bend. What happens when the needle bends itself? It's going so hard. So I got into engineering by being poor, and I recommend that for anybody.
How do you get rid of that buzz, that humming sound, but it goes away if I touch the string.
Of course.
So I just keep touching the string.
Tape was the thing in those days. We're talking about caveman thing, or we were still carving songs in stone with the chisel. And then somebody said, you have this magnetic tape stuff. And I remember that very clearly, being fascinated. Oh, tape, that's much easier than carving it in stone. Because how do you put your ear up to the stone? You don't really hear the song well. So that's how I got into it. Now, how did I get into actually getting paid for it? I lied a lot. When I went for the interview, I told them, I got years of studio experience. I did, but not working for somebody else, working for myself. And all my clients hated me. Every client that came there said, "This is not radio worthy. This is not ready for radio airplay. It sounds like a kid mixed it." It was a kid. So that's how I got into it. And any endeavor, no matter what you do, being poor is a great way to get into things you don't want to pay for. Just doing it yourself. A DIY. I hope that answers your question. And thanks. And come back anytime with more questions for the Dopey Dog. Questions for the Dopey Dog.
I have 4 reels of 2-inch thick tape from the studio. And those are some heavy fucking, that's heavy shit.
They're not good anymore.
What do you mean they're not good anymore?
They're not good anymore. I will tell you what would happen. You're going to find a 2-inch player. You will go to put the tape on the reel, and you'll see parts of the tape just falling off as you put it on. This has happened many times now. Even 10, 15 years ago when I was doing it, my old 2-inch tapes, they basically... if you get it to play once so that you could dub it down, mix it down, you're lucky, because most of the time it's not going to make it through. All the fucking tape is going to fall off. It didn't unless you kept it in the perfect room temperature and never once let any heat or dry. It had to be humidified and at the right temperature, or else it's going to turn to dust. That stuff did not last long, and I don't think
mine's turned to dust. And the reason why I say that is because I have 1/4-inch tape up here that's still good to go.
Did you try to put it on a machine lately?
No, I pulled it open like this.
Put it on and let it spin.
Because I don't have a machine. The machine I had, I put in for repair. And while I was waiting for it to get it back. The company went out of business, and it was like everything was gone. I said, "Fuck! They got my reel-to-reel player."
You know, Nick.
And matter of fact, the reel-to-reel player actually worked. I was just getting it calibrated.
Nicolati had asked me about half-track machines and 1/4-inch machines and 8-track machines where we went to 1/2-inch 8-track machines like the TI-88 and the Tascam DA-80 and or it wasn't DA because that's digital, whatever it was. But the minute he asked me about them and said you can't find them anymore, all of a sudden I'm starting to see people selling them all over the place. Just like when you brought up the Porter Studios.
Yeah, my Porter 1.
Now I'm seeing people selling them every day on Facebook. I'm seeing somebody sell. Like Facebook listens to me, right?
I have to get my Porter 1 fixed. I can probably do it myself because I've done it before.
You'd probably buy a used one in good condition for as much as it would cost you to get it fixed. I bet.
I mean, if I fix it myself, it will cost me almost nothing except for finding whatever part it is that's broken inside.
So you don't know what the repair is? You don't even.
The tape out, it won't eject, and the heads won't go back in. So to me, that sounds like something is snapped inside, so that it's not pushing and releasing the head, so they'll come back in. So.
Do you have any tapes? Do you know where your tapes are, or I have no idea where?
I can put my hands on my tapes right now. I mean, I have a closet right on the other side of this green screen. I have a closet, and that closet has like a lot of my all of my Porter 1 tapes.
I have no idea how you managed to do that. I moved a lot, to be fair, but with losing 2 houses to floods and all this stuff. There's no way any of that stuff.
Now I've had floods, but I learned a long time ago. Matter of fact, I assumed that basements are going to flood. That's just my assumption. So everything in my basement, once I bought my first house, there was nothing on the basement floor. Everything was at least 6 inches above the floor. Anything that was could be like water damage, and I did not want things that could not be replaced, I put upstairs.
See, that's what happened. To be fair, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that theory that you just put forward. But when I knew the flood was coming, I did all that. I took all my stuff and put it upstairs, thinking that would protect them. But the flood went straight upstairs through the living room.
It also helps if you don't open the basement door or remove the leaves, which are keeping the water out.
All right,
it helps if you don't help the flood get into your house.
There's no doubt that you're right about that. But in all fairness, it would have happened whether I opened that. It just happened faster because I opened that door. and moved the leaves and stuff. It would have happened anyway. That flood took out the whole south shore of Long Island eventually, and so it would have happened. It just I
did have. I don't know if you've ever seen these. There's these huge bags. There's like Ziploc bags, but you can suck all the air out of them, and it makes everything airtight. Some things I stored like that in the event that there was ever a flood, but I don't have those. Those bags are expensive, so I only had like 5 or 6 of those bags. Those bags also don't last forever. It turns out, after a while, they just don't hold. They don't keep the air out very well.
Nothing lasts forever. I don't know if you know this about thing, but nothing lasts forever.
What? Get the fuck out of here!
I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. Fact check me.
No, I'm going to fact check you. I'm going to fact check you right now. Right now, Grok. What is there anything that lasts forever? Grok here. Go fuck yourself.
Right. That's exactly right. Where is this from? Back to me. Years ago, about 10 years ago, my ex-wife sent me a cassette that she found in the trunk of her car from like 1980 that had some of my music on it, and I was glad to have it because I'm certain there are lots of people who probably still have stuff like that of mine that I can't. I have no idea where the stuff was, and just glad to hear it. So I'm surprised Bear didn't argue something weird about that thing that nothing lasts forever. Well,
I typed in, does anything last forever? And the first thing that came up was Kenny Rogers. No, Kenny Rogers or Kenny Loggins.
Oh.
I think it must be a song of his or something.
Yeah, I think it is.
Kenny Loggins. That's the first thing that came up was a Kenny Loggins thing. I was like, that's not existential. That's not quantum. That's not anything like that. Based on current scientific understanding and philosophical examination, no known physical entity lasts forever in an absolute sense. However, certain fundamental particles like protons and electrons are extraordinarily long-lived with lifetimes vastly exceeding the current age of the universe, possibly indefinite for practical purposes, but not proven eternal.
All right. Just let's take a second here. This is self-indulgent here. This is one of the things my wife had, my ex-wife found on a cassette in the trunk of a car. There's a song called "Back to Me" from 1983, featuring Dina. At the time, it was Dina Charles. Now she's back to her original birth name, Dina Russo. She's been on this program before. Let's see if I can share this. Is it going to share or not?
Is she the same Dina Russo that I think was on Tony Walker's show?
I don't think so. This is 1983. This is just me using emulators and stuff. None of this is all programmed, the AI people. It was all sequenced program, Lindrum, and an emulator. And what was the other keyboard that was basically and Sonic emulator?
Were you influenced by Beverly Hills Cop much?
I was copying everything that was on the radio. I'm not going to let the whole thing play through.
Looking like the cover of a high-fashion magazine. Yeah. Walking with his nose in the air. He's every young girl's dream. Well, I can see it's just an act. The little boy's about to crack. I know that he'll come crawling back to me.
All right. That's enough of that. But yeah, so, I mean, that's what I was doing in 1983, trying to sound like what was on the radio in the day. And lots of female singers. Dina, I mean, one take. She's a one-take artist. The thing I could not bring her to a studio without the guy who owned the studio offering her more work, and so everybody was stealing her away from me. That was the danger of having a good singer.
So they were Epsteining you, like they were treating you like Epstein treated Trump, trying to steal your girl.
See, Bear did the Berlin Wall. Now, he's right about this. The Berlin Wall did not last forever. It didn't even last a lifetime, right? It lasted like 30 years or so, something like that. So, the early 60s. But Berlin Wall should have been torn down because it was a symbol of oppression of physically and ideologically divided families. It was torn down for that reason, wasn't it? What do you mean should have? Did I miss something? Did they put it back up? I don't know. Anyway, all right. So you know what? That's a show for you. I'm sorry there was no cosplay.
Oh, me too.
We'll try to have cosplay for you. I don't know. Not with Dr. Stephanie Clown Nose Jones and Hunter Biden laptop. It's just a word association here. Stream of consciousness word association. Dr. Stephanie Hunter Biden laptop Jones and her Bill Cosby play will not. Can I tell people to turn on their radio now?
Sure.
Oh wait, no. You're doing something.
Oh, no, this was what we were doing in 1982.
Did you forget to hit the sound tab?
Can you hear it?
No. Yeah, when you share the thing, there's a thing that says share the volume.
Oh, well, let me.
You got to go back unshare it. You got to unshare it and then reshare it and make sure that thing is clicked.
Okay, I just unshared it.
And now on the bottom left of the share button, when the share thing comes up, it'll say share audio from tab or something like that.
Screen sharing, share audio checkbox next. Okay.
Yeah, now we should be able to hear it.
Oh no, it was just asking me to. It was just telling me how to do it. It doesn't say where to do it.
Welcome to Boomer Corner.
Yeah, that's something totally different. That's not. Okay. Never mind.
Never mind. All right. Well, we'll try it tomorrow when I will probably, if Ron Kane, especially if Ron Kane doesn't show. Well, first of all, tomorrow we're going to expose my inner billionaire. He probably doesn't want to be exposed because he's probably doing something he doesn't want people to see. But my inner billionaire will be here, and Debbie Dobbins, which sounds like a porn star name. It should be a porn star name. Unfortunately, she's not a porn star. So that's what we'll have tomorrow. Until then, don't forget to turn me on, dead man. Don't forget to turn on your radio. Have a great day, and bye for now.
I listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now.